Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for the big one. It is the semi-finals of Euro 2024, and it is England versus the Netherlands, with the winner going through to play España on Sunday. And, well, hopefully we are going to see a much improved England performance, much better opposition than they faced previously, and it will be a test. It will absolutely be a test. We are expecting Alex to join us before the kickoff. He's just in traffic getting home, so he will be with us in due course. But if you do enjoy tonight's show and the commentary, please give it the thumbs up. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, which is free to do so. But do not forget to hit the notification bell, because that will alert you when we upload any videos or we schedule in the live shows. As usual, you can become a member of the Toon Review by hitting the join button just underneath us. And of course, you can super chat the channel via the $ at the bottom of the live comments. That will take you through to a payment method, and that will also guarantee your comment to be read out live on to show. Good evening, Mr. Billy Bob.
Good evening. Good evening out there in Viewerland.
And how are you feeling ahead of the big one?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how we're going to perform. And if we perform to our best ability, then we can win the game. But if we don't, I think we may get beat tonight.
Yep. Well, if we look at the two starting lineups, we'll start with England, and well, almost inevitably, Southgate doesn't really surprise anyone, does he? Pickford starts. Walker, Rice, Stones, Guehi, Saka, Kane, Bellingham, Foden, Trippier, Menu. Billy?
Yeah, it's as predicted. I thought Shaw might start. Trippier on left back doesn't work at all. It doesn't work for Newcastle United, let alone for England. And I think he might be the person they try and get at the Dutch when we see their lineup.
I don't understand for one moment why he doesn't say to Shaw, right, go and give us 60 minutes, give us an hour.
Yeah,
and just try and have that balance in the side for an hour, see if we can get a couple of goals ahead, and then maybe change it. But this is just fucking Southgate. He's a twat, isn't he?
I mean, Mark Guehi, he deserves to come back in, but you got to feel sorry for Konza, because we had a really good game against the Swiss the other night. So yeah,
Konza was superb. He was absolutely superb. But I can't argue with Guehi coming back in. Nope. But it's just that still lopsidedness that we're not going to have on that left-hand side. This is how the Dutch line up. They've made one change to the lineup. Donyell Malen comes in. Which is a very, very positive move by Mr. Koeman. That's a certainty. They go with Verbruggen in goal, Van Dijk, Ake, De Vries, Simmons, Depay, Gakpo, Reinders, Marlon, Dumfries, and Schouten. Billy, your thoughts?
Yeah, Marlon's definitely in to have a go at Trippier. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I'm not the greatest fan of Ronald Koeman as a manager, but he's obviously identified Kieran Trippier as the weak link in that side.
Absolutely.
And that's why Marlon's pace is in. No doubt about it. Got to watch out for Simon's superb players, Xavi Simons, sorry. Very combative, good defence. Lots of Frimpong and can't even get in, and Gertruden. And that's how well they're playing at the minute.
Yep, absolutely. Good evening, Mr. Stato.
Good evening, how we doing?
We are okay. How is you?
Tired. Just been to Liverpool and back today for work, but I've just come home, I've had my dinner, and now let's go and watch some really entertaining football, shall we?
Well, last night's match on video, have you?
I mean, listen, look, I hope the game's as good as it was last night. I have my doubts. I'm never really that confident about watching England these days. Yeah. Agent Tech, yes, you've got company, but hey, keep the stream on. Why not? Just keep the viewers up. And thank you to Agent Streams, because he did our new intro, which we played at the start of the show there. It's a lot quicker, it gets to the point, and it's brilliant. So thank you very much for that, Mr. Agent Tech. Your thoughts on the England lineup, Alex? Only Guehi coming back in?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically unchanged with just Guehi coming back in because he's not suspended anymore. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just dumbfounded by it, because the only parts of this tournament where we've looked any good is when he's made changes. So he's just reverting back to the lineup when we were struggling. The success has come when we've actually brought some different players onto the pitch with your Eze's, Bowens, Cole Palmer's, Ivan Toney's. It's when we've made those changes, and Trent as well in spurts, and it just baffles me that he's gone, you know what? all of those minutes where we struggled and we were behind and losing and not doing very well. Let's keep that core of the team on and not bring the difference makers on to shift it up. It's just, if he put the big hitters on and we lost, you can't blame him then.
Well, me and Billy were just talking before you came on, Alex, and saying, why not just say to Luke Shaw, give us an hour? Try and give us an hour and have that stability and not be lopsided. And then see
it's
how
negligent,
the game goes.
Isn't it? It's pure negligence on this point. I don't care if the plan was for him to be fit. I don't care. You get more money than most sporting organisations on the planet. I don't care what you hoped. Do better. You get a lot of money from the FA. You've got some of the best coaches on the planet and the best facilities at St. George's Park leading up to this tournament. Don't care. Do better. Do better. That's what you get paid to do. What's Gareth Southgate's salary? Do better. It's not good enough. We're in a semi-final. We're in a semi-final. He's not good enough. He's not fit enough to start. It's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable.
It is. But hopefully we will see a bit more of a positive England tonight. Fingers crossed. I do feel a bit sorry for Trippier though, Billy, because it's not his fault. I think he's done okay. He hasn't done anything wrong in that position, but he's very limited as what he can do because he's not a left back.
Yeah, he's basically been thrown into the bus, especially tonight against Daniel Marlin. His pace, it's going to be hard work for him. He's going to need help from in front of him. Does he get that? Not a lot of times with Foden generally out there. It's going to be a long night for Trippier, I think. And if he plays well, then we'll win the game. If he can keep Marlon in check. I mean, he didn't really do it when we played Dortmund, did he? When we played away at Dortmund.
Well, absolutely. Jan Lennertz and Darren Deck Jonesy, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very, very much for joining and your support. And Michael McIntyre, thank you for a super chat as well. Much appreciated. What we going for then, guys? What's your prediction, Bill?
2-2 penalties. England on penalties.
England on penalties again? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not sure my blood sugar will cope with that. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. Same crappy team, same crappy clothes. Oh, don't get Alex started on his clothes. Alex, what's your prediction, bud?
2-0 loss. I think we're going out. I think this is it. I think this is the best team we've played in the tournament so far with the highest number of technicians. We've played some teams that have 2 or 3 good players. This has more than 2 or 3. This has the Liverpool captain, the top centre-half. It's got Cody Gakpo on it, who's been on fire this tournament. You've got Xavi Simons in here as well. It's more. It's more than what we've played so far to this point, and we've been
got a very, very strong bench as well.
They have. We've been scraping through with substitutions and penalty wins. We're not going to get a chance to scrape penalty wins if this game's put to bed early by the Netherlands. So,
well, I think his luck might run out. It finally run out because let's face it, he's been lucky in the last few tournaments, hasn't he? With the way the draws have worked. But England have been horrific so far in this tournament.
Well, I feel like if you change the contrast on the telly enough, you might be able to see the little devil sitting on his shoulder that he sold his soul to.
Oh, my Lord.
Are you in the wrong stadium, by the way?
I'm staying here. I'm going to watch from a distance.
I'm not going to
down there.
I'm not going to Dortmund, he says. No way. I'm not in the mood for Dortmund. Alex, I think, is ready for those steak emojis to come out at some point tonight. The raw meat might just tip him over the edge. I have a feeling.
Or I'm completely wrong, and it all starts to gel, and then I'll eat my words happily.
We've got the players for it. I mean, Bellingham, Foden, Saka. If they perform to the best, the Dutch ain't going to be looking forward to that.
No, but it's whether.
So, yet.
I mean, Laura Wood said on the TV there just before we went live that she reckons the shackles will be off. He never takes the shackles off to Southgate.
That would explain Harry Kane's lack of movement, wouldn't it? If he had shackles on.
Well, listen, there was a lot of speculation on the radio yesterday about Harry Kane's fitness and saying that he missed the back end of the season with a back injury, and people don't think he's fit. And judging by the way he's been, his movement and how limited he's been, you can't really argue with that, can you? You can't argue and say that Harry Kane looks 100% fit because he doesn't. Either that or he's over the hill now and he's done.
I'll be honest, I don't know how you notice, because I think he's like that when he's fully fit. He's not quick anyway.
Well, we've been very critical when we've watched England in the past. Steve Headers says 6-1 to England with a Kane hat-trick. I've been on the Stella. Well, that would probably explain that. Those of you are asking about what Alex, etc., thinks of the news from Newcastle today, we'll get Alex's thoughts on that at halftime. What he thinks and where he thinks the club is headed. So we'll turn our attention to that halftime. But it's all on England now as the Dutch national anthem beats away in the stadium. At least I presume it does, because they're singing, and I would be amazed if they weren't.
No, it's not really beating.
It's too unlimited. No limits.
Sorry, was I not supposed to do 2 unlimited there, guys?
No, you can do it.
All right, okay. I did. There's no limit. You what?
Quite fit to sing with that.
Oh, I can't remember, Billy. Long time ago. I do remember jumping around in various nightclubs to that song, and it was played a lot of the times when we warmed up on the ice to get the blood pumping.
Techno.
It was very techno, yes. But it got the blood going, which I hope England have had a bit of AC/DC in that dressing room tonight, and are ready to rock. Because we need them to rock.
Probably had a bit of Chris Isaac now in Southgate.
I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. Indeed.
Or Morrissey.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Or Leonard Cohen.
Yeah. The sort of wrist slasher music kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I love watching this Pixel advert that contains Marcus Rashford.
It's not even there.
Quite hilarious, isn't it?
That's proper AI, that is.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, I haven't given you my prediction yet.
No, you haven't.
I believe it may be 1-1 with penalties again. I'm not excited about England. I'm excited for this game, but I'm not excited about how England will perform. I want to be surprised tonight. I want to see them go out and destroy Holland, like Euro 96. That's the kind of performance we need. Absolute drub them. Toonman144, who's been a member for an incredible 30 months on the channel. Thank you very much for your support. He says, not confident in the England setup. No, I mean, we can't be, because it's lopsided again. Yeah, it's very, very lopsided. And I just don't, I mean, he's, ITV are putting up a back three again here. I'm not so sure.
They said it was the night it was a back three, and it wasn't. Really, was it?
No.
And even the pundits at BBC were saying it's a back three, and they were saying it after the game. I don't think it was.
Well, Trippier certainly did. Trippier was far further forward than what Saka. I mean, Saka went forward, got a lot of the ball, but we've got nothing down the left, man. He's not a left wing back for a million years, is he not?
Well, if they're playing three at the back and Saka on the right hand side, why don't they play Gordon on the left as a left wing back? Why don't you go for it?
That's the $1 million question, my man. But unfortunately, only Southgate knows. But we're ready for kickoff. England will be getting this game underway, kicking from left to right. And we are underway. The second semi-final of Euro 2024 is underway. England versus the Netherlands. And hopefully England will produce. It'll make a very interesting time for me on Sunday in Fuerteventura if England take on Spain. Very interesting atmosphere. And immediately Harry Kane fouls Gakpo. And Depay wasn't happy with Kane there. Give him a little shove. And it's with Nathan Ake now. Back to Virgil van Dijk, who is still the main man for Holland, for the Netherlands at the back. I keep saying Holland. You're not allowed to say that anymore, are you? They don't like it.
Koeman says it.
I know he does, but the Dutch nation don't really like being called Holland.
Listen, what do they give the Dutch football team when they play for the country? They give them a Dutch cap. They can't like that either, can they?
Well, that's very interesting, Billy. Anyway, Dumfries plays it down the line. It's a good ball down the line, and the flag has gone up against Donyell Marlin. But there's the pace already of Donyell Marlin. He was slightly offside, but he was disappearing into the sunset on Kieran Trippier there very quickly. And there's not much in that, to be fair. Yeah, this could be a very interesting night for Kieran.
I mean, they've already gone that way straight away, though, haven't they? Long ball down that side to target that.
Absolutely. I mean, the defenders sort of did play it out to the right-hand side anyway, didn't they? As if to build the attack from that area of the pitch. Phil Foden now, quick ball into... that was Foden. Sorry, Trippier knocked it into Foden. And now it's Kyle Walker. Ooh, that's a heavy touch by Walker. And has he got away with it? He has. And here now is Menu. Plays it to Bellingham in the centre circle for England. Bellingham too slow. And then a bit of a scrap for the ball. Marlon going in for it with Declan Rice. Rice comes out on top this time. And Mark Guehi just picks up the pieces for England. Rice again to Phil Foden. Inside to Bellingham again. Back to Guehi. Guehi to Rice. Rice back to Guehi. And now across to John Stones, who has space to bring the ball out for England. But when I say that, he doesn't. He turns and gives it to Rice instead of bringing it out like he normally does for Manchester City. Anyway, here's Phil Foden again on the far side for England. Rice. Certainly a lot of possession for England the first couple of minutes of the game here. Rice outside to Trippier. And now to Guehi on the centre circle. Into Menu, who, as we know, likes to have a run at defenders. That's a heavy touch by Phil Foden. And quite lucky to get a free kick out of that.
Oh, no, the shove was behind, wasn't it? You're always going to get a free kick in the modern game.
I mean, this referee is one to keep an eye on, isn't he?
Match fixing?
Match fixing in 2005. I don't
know how you can still play football after that. It's outrageous.
Well, never mind play. He's refereeing, Alex.
He should be banned from all football-relating activities for life for match fixing.
Absolutely. Alex is in a very Simon Cowell mood tonight, Billy. I think he's very up for this in many different ways. As De Vries gets it to Dumfries, and now the Dutch will try and come out of defence. Depay plays it wide again. Good break this for the Dutch. Marlon is through the middle, and Marlon just couldn't get on the end of it. Good covering by Kyle Walker. But there again is the pace that Marlon possesses, and England was split there. And it was a bit of a poor pass in the end, which Marlon couldn't quite take. And, good covering by Kyle Walker. And it remains goalless. Alex, what's your early thoughts?
Well, I mean, they played through that, but we pressed well, to be fair. The Dutch just did well to get out of the way.
Yeah. Here's Harry Kane for England. Into the box now is Saka. Saka got Ake in front of him. Saka clips it towards the back post. It's headed away by De Vries. And bounces loose and comes to Trippier now. Trippier to Rice. Don't go backwards. Menu, he's got a chance to turn here and look forwards. Slides it back to Declan Rice. Inside to Foden now. Foden has Trippier outside of him. I think Trippier's offside there. Miles too early there from Kieran Trippier. He was expecting the ball a little bit quicker. Yeah. Trippier had already made the move. And he's miles offside, isn't he? Miles offside. But I thought just on that last attack there, Harry Kane might have hit that ball there from 20 yards out, but he didn't. He gave
Ali
it wide.
McCoy's blaming Trippier for that offside there, which is unfair. That was definitely Foden's delayed pass.
Of course it was. You saw it. You saw him go to pass, then delay it, and then give it. Come on, Ali. You're better than that. Here's Dumfries for Holland. Back to De Vries. And across to his captain, Virgil van Dijk, who is instantly, Billy, looking to the right-hand side there. You see, as soon as he got the ball there, he didn't even look.
I mean, it's not just Marlon, is it? It's Denzel Dumfries as well, who likes to bomb down that right flank. So
yeah, absolutely. Here's Nathan Ake on this near side for the Dutch. Not much in front of him as for movement, but they play it well. And here's Gakpo. He's taken out really well by Bukayo Saka. Saka gets on his bike. Kane lays it off to Saka. Play goes on. Kane was fouled. But again, look at that. There's nobody on the left.
Of course I.
It's screaming for somebody to overlap on the left, and Trippier was way inside.
We've got no one on the right now either.
Well, that's very true. I mean, Minu's come across. Bellingham makes a good run there, but it's played back to John Stones and across now to Guehi. Guehi has Trippier in support. Trippier flicks the ball forward looking for Bellingham, but it's overhit and all the way back to Verbruggen in the Dutch goal. But again, just crying out for somebody to bombing down the left there. I mean, you can guarantee Shaw would have been there. And that's where the lopsidedness comes in.
We're confusing the Dutch, but we're also confusing ourselves. That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Van Dijk now for the Dutch. And again, instantly looks to the right-hand side and finds Dumfries, who has a little bit of space to move into. Clips one forward, looking for the run of Depay there. But now they've got it back. Interesting chance for the Dutch. Shot comes in. It's 1-0 to the Dutch. It's a wonderful goal. And Holland have taken the lead. It's a fabulous finish. No chance for Jordan Pickford. And the Dutch have taken the lead. I'm struggling to see who bloody hit it.
Xavi Simons.
Xavi Simons. It's a wonderful hit. And England are behind after 7 minutes of the game, Billy.
Declan Rice got caught with the ball, I think. I think it was Declan Rice in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Simmons caught him, took the ball off him, advanced 10 yards and just blasted it into the top left corner. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal.
That is an incredible hit. But let's have a look at it again. Yeah, Rice dawdling on it. And Xavi Simons says, thank you very much. I'll take that off you. And on the stretch, he hits a blistering shot, Alex, past Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot you can do about that. You have to win that duel, Declan Rice. That is what you're in the squad to do. That is what you went to Arsenal for 100 mil for, is you have to win that duel. You can't let the player with that kind of ability run to 20 yards out and have a pop. Because if you hit that sweep, which he did, it's going in. The keeper is not going to be able to stop it. And it's 1-0 Netherlands just under 8 minutes in. And that's a terrible start for England.
I think it was the pace of the shot as well, Billy, that beat Jordan Pickford. He did get a fingertip to it when we've seen the replay. But it was hit with so much pace. Anyway, England spring back on the attack with Bellingham. Cuts inside. Trippier overlapping. But again, it doesn't come to him. And Bellingham tries a cross, which is blocked. Now then, what do England do to respond? I mean, to be fair, we've responded well going behind. So it might actually do us a favour, that. But of course, we're up against a very different animal. Yeah, we're a different animal tonight. With two very, very, very good centre-backs. Bellingham playing a bit of head tennis. And we've got a free kick. And that's a foul by Marlon. I think Marlon or Depay. I'm not sure which one it was. It might not have been either of them.
Shouted.
Yeah, it was shouting, wasn't it? I mean, I'm not sure there's a foul there, you know. They both just go to head the ball.
He put his hands on him, hasn't he? That's the problem he's got.
Yeah. I mean, if we see that in the middle of the pitch from a goal kick, you know, you don't get anything, do you? You just play on.
Yeah.
But it is a very good position for a free kick, this, for England. And we've got Phil Foden and Kieran Trippier over the ball. Ange says if Pickford arms were a little bit longer, he could have saved that. I'm not too sure. I think the pace beat him. It was just hit with immense pace. I thought he might have mishit it with him being on the slide, but at the end of the day, he caught it absolute sweet as a nut. Shouten's got a bit of a cut to his face, I think, here, which is why they're checking on Bellingham as well. I'm not sure there's a cut on Bellingham.
Try and header someone's face. That's typically what happens.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, John. That was a foul.
Well, that's fair enough, Alex.
You can't walk up to somebody and head them in the face because the ball's above their head. Like,
well,
you can head the ball.
I don't think it was going. I don't think it was going on purposely to head the side of Bellingham's head. But I agree.
It's a foul. You can't head someone in the head. That's a foul.
Billy, I think we just agree with everything Alex says tonight.
I agree. I'm getting practice.
Oh dear. I mean, Bellingham's got a smile on his face for some unknown reason. But it's going to be a free kick. Now, will it be Trippier or Foden to float this ball in? Can England respond quickly to falling behind in the 7th minute from Xavi Simons? A wonderful strike. And England simply have to respond now. It's Foden's free kick. It's headed away. And again, you know, Ake just headed it away. Kane just, again, standing watching the ball. Why isn't he moving for them free kicks? Why is he not moving to try and get on the end of it? Saka bustled off the ball, and the referee's blown for another free kick.
Saka looks bright, to be fair to him. Again.
Yep. I mean, that is a free kick. I mean, Gakpo just sort of in with a shoulder in his back, and down you go. I mean, the very physical start by the Dutch as well. But anyway, the same two players are over this free kick for England, Foden and Trippier again, as Verbruggen screams at his defence, making sure that they're playing a line here and play the offside trap. I think it might be Trippier's turn to try and float this one in.
It's the wrong side for him, though, isn't it, really?
Yeah, well, the other side was the right side, and he still
wants the right side, yeah.
Crazy. Unless this is going to be Foden with an in-swinger. See what we can do with this one. It's Trippier. And it's all the way at the back post. Rice plays it across. Come on, Kane, man!
Standing there watching it, the fucking statue again.
Declan Rice did really well there. Pulls it back. And Harry Kane, again, just what the... No movement at all. No, I mean, it's just getting beyond a piss and joke, man. How are all the England fans seeing this? But that pleb on the sidelines risking us not scoring goals because we haven't got a proper striker on the pitch. Or a fit one at that, as England go offside again.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
I mean, do you know what? Rice did nothing wrong there. Played a lovely ball. Back across.
Back, though? I mean, that's lazy from Trippier not to get back, though, isn't it? Come on.
Well, yep, it is. And Van Dijk now has it for the Dutch. Gives it back to his goalkeeper, Verbruggen. 2 England players on him. That's too easy for the Dutch to play that out. Finally, we win it back with Trippier. Gives it into Menu. Menu now, again, very positive turns and attacks. Bellingham inside to Kane, who is in loads of space here. Kane shoots, and down to his right was Verbruggen. Very comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Finally, we get a shot on goal. Difficult one for Verbruggen, bouncing in front of him, but he dealt with that well, Billy.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a good shot to beat from there, but at least he got it on target. That's probably the best thing he's done so far in the tournament, really. Okay.
Well, apart from score.
Well, yeah.
He's
about 3 yards out for both his goals, wasn't he?
Well, that's very true as well. The ball is with Guehi, plays it down the line to Kieran Trippier. And again, Trippier's running the wrong way, gives it back to Guehi, and now it goes back to Jordan Pickford. But that'll give England a bit of optimism, though, Alex. The space that was there when Kane turned, there seemed to be a lot of space between the midfield and the back four for the Dutch there.
I mean, they're not a great team. They've sleptwalked into this semi-final the same way we have. We're both 2 poor teams in this tournament.
Well, here's Saka for England on the right-hand side. Cuts in on his left. It's still Saka. Looking to get it away, but there's about 25. Kane is over the bar!
Oh, you fucking knob.
And has he given a penalty here? Kane is rolling around on the floor. I think he might give a penalty here. Brilliant work again from Saka, but there was just too many Dutch players in front of him. Kane hits it. That's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty.
Oh, he's basically just... Yeah, that's a pen, 100 all day long, 100%.
Oh, right on the top of his, that's a painful one.
Yeah, Dumfries has put his leg up in the air, studs up into Kane's foot, pen all day long.
Well done, Harry. Always never had any doubt about him.
Well, we're still waiting to see what the decision is.
He's not given a penalty.
No, he hasn't.
But why didn't VAR do it?
Harry Kane is still down. How are VAR not looking at that? That was a late tackle on Harry Kane. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a battle.
You've got to give a penalty there, surely.
I'm not sure now looking at that. Oh, yeah. From that angle it is.
His studs are up, Billy.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, he's give a goal kick.
And they're going to say that Kane's action was towards his boot. That's what they're going to say.
Interesting. I mean, Kane did get the shot away, but some people in the chat are saying he kicked his foot. But he was late in. Dumfries was late getting the ball, and the VAR now reviewing it, and the referee is going to the screen. There you go.
Well, why is it taking this long to decide the VAR?
The lady who's the rules officiator basically just said it's absolutely not a penalty, and then this has happened. So he's going to have a look at it himself.
Well, that Christina Uncle's useless, ain't she?
Well, look, that slow-mo there. Look how late he is. His foot's high. His studs are up. That's a penalty.
I appreciate you can go for a block. That's absolutely fair, but that is a studs up. The studs up block is not a block. That's awful. Look at it.
Look how he broke his leg.
It's going to look worse the more he sees it as well. The more he watches this, the more it's a pen.
Yeah, I've got no doubt he's going to get a penalty.
This is that German match fixer stato.
It's got to be a penalty. It is a penalty. England have a penalty, and I called it when I saw it. I thought that's a very, very late challenge by Dumfries. And like you say, Alex, you go in to block a shot, but you don't go in to block a shot like that. It's dangerous.
Well played, Scotland.
Well played, Scotland.
That's where fucking Dumfries is, isn't it?
Oh, dear God. I think it was a bad challenge. It is going to be Harry Kane to take it. suddenly made a rapid recovery from that foot injury, and Dumfries is also given a yellow card.
Quite right as well. Should have been a red.
Oh dear! The more time goes on, Billy, working with you, it's like I'm working with Ty from Arsenal Fan TV. Honestly, every tackle's a red.
I always
some
thought
people
better than Fanny Falls and Horses, Denzel Dumfries.
Yeah. I mean, look, some people in the chat are saying it wasn't a penalty. I think I think it was. I think the fact that the way he's gone into, with his studs up like that, and he was late. You've got, Hippie says there, studs shown in the box. It's a penalty according to the rules. This is a big penalty kick for Harry Kane and England.
Who can forget the last tournament penalty he took?
Well, he scored the rebound, didn't he? Anyway, firmly fixed on the ball is Harry Kane's eyes. Come on, Harry. Bury it. Bury it. Deep breath. Run up. It's in! It's 1-1! The keeper went the right way, but the penalty was placed exactly in the right place. And England have answered back. It's now 1-1. And grab your granny, because she's going for a German schnitzel burger. Good penalty, Alex.
Don't care. It'll do. That's a goal. That's all we care about. The keeper went the right way.
That's right.
It was a good dive, but it was right into the left-hand side net and right in the bottom corner. You're never getting that even at full stretch. You've got to have some long arms to save that. Good penalty, Harry Kane. Well done.
Absolutely. Billy?
I want to know what a schnitzel burger is.
Billy, that's just one of those occasions that I said it and I thought to myself, I don't even know what that is. Anyway, I am Toon. Thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you for your support. Welcome to Members Club as the game gets back underway. Solid penalty, Billy.
That was an excellent penalty, yeah. Right in the corner. Brilliant penalty.
England now have a throw-in over on the far side, midway through their own half. Kane can't beat De Vries. Now, it's very interesting to see how Holland will reply to this because, it's a poor penalty to give away if you ask me. I mean, Dumfries should be, at least if you're going to block a shot, put your body in front of it, not your studs. Crazy. Anyway, Depay now.
To be fair to Kane, this is probably the most lively he's looked in the whole tournament.
Yep. Yeah, he has. He was pretty sharp onto that rebound from Saka's shot and got us the penalty. So, more of that, please, Mr. Harry Kane. Ake with a throw-in on the halfway line for the Dutch goes back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to De Vries. Morgan Ashton, who's been a member for 11 months now. Thank you, Morgan, for your support. If anything like yesterday's game, 2-1 first half. Well, we've seen 2 goals. That's a bonus. Ake now. And again, Schouten does well, but Depay overruns the ball. Hopefully that's just rocked the Dutch confidence a little bit.
Yeah,
he needs to take that stupid headband off. It doesn't help him at all.
It's a cycle helmet, isn't it?
Well,
he's one of these that cares more about
ball.
His brand as a celebrity more than about his football. He needs to pack it in and start playing properly.
Does that not create a problem for him heading the ball? I'm just mystified by that. But here's Jude Bellingham. Trippier on the overlap. Bellingham cuts inside, but then has to spin. Now he uses Trippier. Foden is over there as support. Back to Phil Foden now. And now to Declan Rice. Rice to John Stones. Just over the halfway line. Come on, keep it forward, man. Where he took a heavy touch. Yeah, I mean, we've gone right back again. There was an opportunity there when Stones had it to bring the ball forward. Manu now finds John Stones, and again, Stones with the opportunity to bring it forward for England. He doesn't do that. He goes back to Guehi. I mean, if that's Manchester City, he is getting hammered by Pep Guardiola right now. Manu clips it forward towards Phil Foden. Foden does well. He's knocked 2 Dutch players over. And Harry Kane, what's Kane doing on the left wing? puts a long ball. It's an excellent ball, actually, to Kyle Walker on the edge of the box. Walker's pass is sinful.
Awful.
And now Depay trying to spin round, and Kyle Walker eventually wins the ball for England, but it was a terrible ball in. Kyle Walker, for me, needs to improve. He's been really poor this tournament. I've never seen Kyle Walker give the ball away so much as I have in this tournament. Ake with the throw for the Dutch. If you just joined us, welcome to Matchday Live here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. It is 1-1. The Dutch taking the lead in the 7th minute. Harry Kane from the penalty spot in the 17th. And that is how we are right now. And Jude Bellingham has the ball for England. Again, look, there's nobody to the left at all. And it's forcing us to go to the right, where the Dutch have quite a few defenders.
Okay. Get in the middle of the... Harry Kane, Christ.
Yeah. Here's Manu. That's a good turn. Manu now bursting towards the penalty area. Plays in Phil Foden. Foden, can he get it in the net? Oh, it's off the line.
Oh, you jammy twats.
Kane is adamant the ball went over the line. No technology. I could see from here it wasn't over.
No, definitely not.
He just got there. Any wider of the defender. Nah, any wider and it was in.
Brilliant from Manu.
Fantastic. A little spin, wasn't it? And made the space for himself, and away he went. John Stones now, just inside the Dutch half, lays it into Saka. Saka turns. Lots of space on the left for Kieran Trippier here. Trippier, miles of space. It's a ball across. And there's no England player there, but it's still England win it back. Here's Declan Rice. That's a good ball out to Kyle Walker. But again,
fuck off, Walker.
He was on the pitch as well. Kyle Walker's control was, again.
Well, I'm glad he did, because if he had controlled it and the referee had stopped play when we were about to score, then there's something dodgy going on there, isn't there? How did that ball get back on the pitch?
Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, anyway, England will get on with it, and Kyle Walker has it again. Now plays it back to Stones. Stones across to Declan Rice. England turning the pressure on the Dutch at the moment. Keep it on, man. Guehi now on the halfway line. John Stones back to Guehi. And again, it's slowed down. Come on, don't lose the impetus that we've got here.
Right, it's all right. It's a bit of control. Wait for the space. They've not let us down so far. They've been creating chances up in the tempo when necessary. As long as that keeps happening, this is doable.
Yep, absolutely. Here's Kyle Walker now. Back to Foden. Foden across to Manu. Foden. England players in front of him are making runs, which is good to see. Manu again. Kyle Walker. Looking for that overlap, but it's again given away by Kyle Walker. But he's won it back with a header back to John Stones now. And England regroup. Declan Rice inside again for Manu. Manu again making some good space for himself to Walker. Inside to Saka. He can turn and run. Bukayo Saka now running at the Dutch defence. Looks for help. Gets it from Kane. Kane's control lets him down. And the Dutch will get the ball back. And all the way back to Verbruggen, who goes long, looking for Dumfries out on the right-hand side. Rice is there to intercept. And Kane will keep this in for England. Kane now cuts inside, knocked over, but there's no free kick there. Kane went down very easily, according to the referee. But Foden's nipped in. Phil Foden, that looked like a foul.
It was.
Oh, come on, referee.
Come on, ref. That's a load of bollocks, that one.
Jesus Christ. Foden did brilliantly to win the ball. And then a little cynical little trip, and the referee had his play on.
Van Dijk, wasn't it?
Well, here's Dumfries. Plays it out to the forward looking again. But England managed to get the ball away. But this is a bit dangerous now because they're coming down the right-hand side again with Simmons. Tried to cross the ball. It's blocked. And out to the right-hand side now for Denzel Dumfries. Can they get a cross in? There's men queuing up for the Dutch. Dumfries tries to cross. It's a good block by Trippier. Out for throw in. I think the Dutch will be disappointed with that.
I think with a better side.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Here's the goal line technology on Foden. Oh, my God. I mean, look at that. That's bang on. So close. Any wider of that defender and Foden scores. So unlucky. But dare I say, guys, 26 minutes in, England are playing quite well.
I agree. Really, really well. There's press, there's movement.
Yep. Here's Nathan Ake. Out to Gakpo again. Gakpo surrounded by, well, pressed really well there by Saka. Has to go back to Van Dijk. Across to De Vries now. The Dutch turn to have a little bit of possession. Simmons back to De Vries. 1-2 again with Simmons. Patient build-up from the Dutch, but England keeping the shape. And now Nathan Ake was going to go to Gakpo, but has to go back to Van Dijk. Very patient build-up this by the Dutch. They're not going to be rushed. That's a certainty. Here's Dumfries again. Back to De Vries. Inside to Depay, tries a fancy flick, doesn't work. Bellingham comes in and wins the ball. Great play from Bellingham. And now sets Saka away down the right-hand side. Brilliant work from Bellingham. And Saka's well into the Dutch half already. Ake comes to meet him. Played back to Mainoo. Mainoo's touch is heavy. Kyle Walker picks the pieces up, though. Mainoo gets it back now. Foden inside of him. Here is Phil Foden again. Bellingham inside of him as well. Tried to play a 1-2 with Foden. And it was just intercepted by De Vries. And back with Verbruggen. But I have to say, England look very, very lively up front.
Yeah, Bellingham and Foden actually are combining well tonight, aren't they? Foden started the game on fire.
He has. Really unlucky there. Really unlucky. Oh, my goodness me. I mean, Dumfries is quite off balance as well when he stops that ball on the line. That could have easily crept under his studs. But it's a good bit of intent, this, from England. Here's Declan Rice down the left-hand side. Flicks it inside, looking for Bellingham. Now Depay. He can turn and run into space. Yeah, and he's running now. England in trouble. It's slid into Marlon. Great block by Marquis. Superb block by the England defender as Marlon tried to pull the trigger really quickly. In fact, it could have been Walker. Two of them came across. Well, I think it's both of them, really.
Both of them. But Declan Rice, again, getting caught in possession and then obviously out of position. And then we look really short at the back, but brilliant from Walker and Gay between them.
And it's a corner for the Dutch now.
3 centre halves.
Very true. Very true. But that's what the Dutch can give you on the counter-attack, though, with Depay playing where he is. You know, England lose the ball carelessly. Depay turns and he's straight onto us. But we defended it well, to be fair. The two of the centre-backs coming across and doing the job. And now the Dutch have a corner. In it comes towards the penalty spot. Headed off the crossbar from Dumfries. And over the bar it goes. And nearly with the Dutch back in the lead, Billy, with a cracking header from Dumfries. He was even leaning backwards and still managed to put it on target.
It's a brilliant header, that, isn't it? Just, it's like you say, just a bit too high.
I'm not sure Pickford was getting that.
Absolutely not. They have some height in the box there with Van Dijk, De Vrij and Dumfries, people like that. They're going to be dangerous from set pieces.
Ollie, I'm not pronouncing it De Vrij. I'm calling him De Vries. Listen with your ears, Ollie.
It's De Vrij.
Or De Vrij, whatever it is. Does it matter? Hell, he doesn't even play for us.
There's a lot of people in the chat bothered by it. I haven't mentioned it, to be fair. They keep mentioning it.
Call him the fridge. Be done with it.
The fridge. The fridge at the back. Here is Saka now. Back to Kyle Walker. Walker into Mainoo. Mainoo's under pressure there. Does well. Back to Walker, but he's going backwards. And it ends up back with John Stones again. And across to Guehi. And he goes back to Pickford. I'm not sure why he did that. I mean, Trippier was in acres of space there to give the ball to. Now Stones does bring it out. And heading towards the halfway line, plays it out now to Kieran Trippier. Trippier inside to Foden, back to Trippier, making progress again down the left-hand side, England here. Bellingham calling for where he wants it. He doesn't get it. Back to Foden. Foden inside, back to Declan Rice. Foden, nice little touch to Mainoo. Mainoo brings it forward now. Harry Kane. Kane comes inside, almost plays a nice ball into Bellingham, well intercepted. Mainoo does brilliantly to win it back. Walker now, back to Saka. Saka going against Nathan Ake again. Saka to the byline, flips across in. I think it just bobbled as he tried to put it in there. Trippier does well, though, and wins the ball back for England. And they build again now. Declan Rice. I think there's goals in this for England. I really do. Rice floats it wide again for Bukayo Saka. Takes it down on his chest. Phil Foden is inside him. Here is Phil Foden for England now. He goes for a left foot. Carroll, and it's hit the post!
Oh, Kane.
And that was very, very close to being an absolute repeat of the goal that the young Spaniard scored last night.
That's unbelievable. That's a great effort. It really is. He's further out than...
It's literally the same area, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a little bit further out, I'd say, but that's a fantastic effort. And Phil Foden has come to the party tonight, folks. He really has.
Wow.
Gareth Southgate has actually fed the England squad breakfast this morning for the first time this tournament, and everybody looks up for it.
Yeah, we do. We really do, which is nice to see, to be quite honest. Good
play from our Trips as one of the far side to win the ball back. That was all key to that as well.
Long ball again towards the right-hand side. Dumfries and Trippier. Trippier wins it in the air. Van Dijk, first time ball high into the sky. Brought down by Guehi and laid off for Trippier. Trippier with time on the ball. And now Guehi across to Stones. Again, Stones with a bit of space to run into. Plays it up to Foden. Foden's just wanting the ball all the time now for England.
Confident,
and when he's in this sort of mood, he's great to watch. He really is. Rice now for England. Cuts inside. Mainoo on the centre circle. Little left-footed ball into Foden. Foden is clattered, but the referee allows play to go on, and Mainoo brings it forward for England. Kyle Walker's in acres of space. Mainoo didn't see him, and he tried to clip it through to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane's just anonymous there.
Kobe should have looked there.
Yeah, but why is Kane not making the same sort of run that Kyle Walker's making there? Trying to, well, yeah. There is a Dutch player down at the moment, and it's the man with the headband, Memphis Depay.
Fell off his bike, didn't he?
Well, that's exactly what he looks like, I have to say. Alex, 33 minutes gone. What's your thoughts?
It's good. A few of the key players look rested, hungry. They look a bit nippier, sharper. Foden specifically looks sharper on the ball. First touch is better. Accelerations, turns, first touches, through balls. He's got all of it. He's even had that shot off the post. So Foden looks up for it today. A few people kind of playing up to the standard they do for their clubs. Rice probably needs to switch on a little bit more. Kyle Walker looks like he's growing into the game. We look good for it. So far, so good. It's 1-1, and we look the better of the two sides. We're pushing. We're getting opportunities. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely. And there's no reason not to keep it going, Billy, is there? This is what we want.
100%, yeah. I had a feeling once we played better opposition, England's performance would rise, and it has done, no doubt about it. We look much better tonight. The thing for me is we don't look as strong defensively as we have in the rest of the tournament. But
Depay's done. Depay's done. He's off. That's a huge blow to the Dutch. Veerman is coming on.
He's not a striker either, Veerman. I'm not sure why Veerman's coming on.
It's a very interesting change, that, for the Dutch.
Well, they're probably going to put Simmons further apart now. I don't know. He's a centre midfielder, Veerman, isn't he?
They may put Gakpo up top, possibly.
Maybe.
All the Dutch fans in the crowd are quite confused as well, to be fair. They're all
they're expecting Weghorst, I guess.
Yeah, potentially.
But yeah, we look better in offence and weaker in defence, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Koeman's just maybe making a tactical change. You know, he's probably not happy with what he's seen. Yeah, Marlon's gone central, hasn't he?
Well, that's good news for Trippier, at least.
Yeah. I'm not so worried about Marlon going at Guehi or John Stones, for that matter.
Don't say that.
Hey, no. Hey, why not? Why not have confidence in the players? John Stones now bringing it out of the England half. Plenty space ahead of him. But then stops. That's the thing where that's one part of the England game I'd like to see better. Like, be more fluent.
Well, I've created space there, so it wasn't too bad.
But when you look at the likes of the Spanish, they're always moving, they're always darting around. But to be fair, we've held on to possession. That's with Kyle Walker now, who has Saka to his right, just lays it back to Stones, who's in the centre circle. Foden is making little runs here and there and everywhere, and he's just being ignored. But now, Guehi brings it forward. Guehi inside now to Bellingham. Bellingham, head up, looking to see what he can do. Trippier's made a run to his left. Bellingham, and it's a poor pass.
Free kick left, surely.
Yeah. Not given, says the referee. Oh, yes, he's given it, has he? I think he has.
Yeah, that should be a foul.
No, it's not. It's a Dutch throw-in.
I think the ref had already turned to watch the ball and had missed the foul.
Yeah. Now Gakpo trying to get in front of Kyle Walker, and he has. And there's a man over here. If the Dutch are quick about it, brilliant defending. Mark Guehi cut the ball. In fact, it's Menu back there. Brilliant from the kid, because they did have a man over there, and he just did not give up getting back for that ball. And now Saka can bring it forward for England. 37 gone in the game. 1-1 the score. England have played quite well, to be honest. Especially after falling behind again. I think they responded really well. Mark Guehi now. Inside to Bellingham. Bellingham, again, taking a look and seeing what's ahead of him. Nothing there, so goes back to Stones. Stones has Kyle Walker here in support. Walker, inside to Menu. Menu can turn. A run made by Bellingham. He gives it into Foden brilliantly. Lovely pass that. Really hit really hard, but very accurate to make sure it found its destination. Phil Foden again for England. Across to Declan Rice. And further to Kieran Trippier now. Trippier again, though, all right-footed. Can't go down the line. Rice across to John Stones. Again, a patient build-up from England. Rice again to Foden, who's by far and away England's best player in this first half. No doubt about that. Trippier now. Why has Harry Kane come out there? Why is Kane further back than the midfielders? I'm sorry, but I know he scored a penalty, but I'm sorry, guys. We need a striker who's going to be up front.
Great ball.
Foden now. Foden brings it forward again, charging towards the penalty area. Again, Kyle Walker making a run on the right. It's a great little ball from Menu. Walker has to turn back a little bit, but he's now facing Gakpo. Plays it back to Menu. Menu, lovely little back heel to Phil Foden. Foden hits a shot again, and it's a good save down to his right by Verbruggen. But again, Foden all over the pitch for England. Lovely little move. And I tell you what, Menu and Foden are having the really good games tonight.
Yeah, brilliant for Manu to set that up. And Foden, he's on it tonight. He wants a goal.
Certainly is.
Yeah, keep turning the screw and the goal will come. Foden's playing fantastic.
Yep, absolutely. Much improved performances from England. Virgil van Dijk now for the Dutch. I just think there is goals there for England. Certainly with the way Foden and Manu are really, really causing all sorts of problems for the Dutch.
If we just had a sniping centre forward with a bit of pace, a bit of movement, it'd be much better.
To be fair, Billy, that came off of Kane making a run. Kane asked for the ball in a long run, which left Foden open, and then they created all of that. But yes, it would be helpful if we could rely on actually playing it to the centre forward and not just using him as a dummy.
Foden all the way back to Guehi now, and England restart again. Coming up to the 40-minute mark. It's 1-1 here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, please do hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the show. And, of course, if you're new, come and subscribe. Come be part of an incredible community on this channel. All football fans are welcome on here. And don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so you never miss an upload or a live show. Trippier. That's a lovely little flick back for Bellingham. Bellingham now. Trippier in support of him. Harry Kane now. I mean, I don't understand why Kane is there. And then, of course...
Brilliant, Manu.
Manu's won it back. And Manu pulls the trigger. It's blocked by Ake. And that will bounce out for a throw-in down by the corner flag.
Manu's been absolutely outstanding this first half as well. What an absolute gem this lad is.
But, guys, I mean, you know what it is? We're playing balls into the box where we need our striker. I don't know. I just... It's frustrating.
Concentrate on the positives.
Absolutely. Which there's been a lot of them. As the Dutch now try and slow things down and try to play it at their pace. I think that's where England are getting on top here, is because we're playing at a higher pace than the Dutch. And the Dutch really haven't had an answer to that. They've hit a few long balls over the top, which have really come to nothing.
It's not even that. It seems our slow football, this is how it's meant to be played, is we keep the ball, we stifle them, and then they're terrible from the Dutch. But we're playing slow possession football, but then as soon as we find that space, boom, tempo's increased, quick, crisp passing. That's what we've needed all tournament so far. We've not been able to shift gears in those moments. And now we're going from possession and then shifting gears. Foden is a big component of that, as is Mainu at the moment.
Yeah, that was awful by Reinders, by the way. Just a simple ball to Dumfries, and he just kicked it out of play. Kane now for England. Plays it across to Kyle Walker, who can run into acres of space again, really get on his bike, but he slows it down.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is the kind of frustrating game I hate.
Well, maybe waiting for the centre forward to get forward.
Well, possibly.
I mean, he's playing as a centre half as well. We can't expect Walker to keep completely going all the way forward.
Yeah, but when there's space in front of him, I would expect, use the space. Anyway, Declan Rice has it in the centre circle now. Pressed by a couple of Dutch players there, but gets it to Bellingham. Bellingham then onto Stones. Stones onto the halfway line. And across now out to Phil Foden, who has been absolutely everywhere in this first half. Foden lays it back to John Stones. Inside to Declan Rice. Rice brings it forward. Trippier screaming for the ball on the left-hand side, but he doesn't get it. Uses Guehi back to Rice. Rice now, in turn, across to Kyle Walker. Again, just a patient build-up from England, waiting for that space to open up. Declan Rice now. Mark Guehi across to Kieran Trippier. Trippier down the line for Bellingham. Bellingham knocked off the ball, but, well, he's not knocked off the ball. He's got up and won it back. Great play from Bellingham. Couldn't find Kane in the box. But again, brilliant strength, Billy, from Bellingham.
Outstanding, yeah. I think Kane was caught on his heels there. Then if he'd have gone towards the ball, he may have got it. He was standing static, wasn't he, again? But
yeah, I think he was a bit surprised that Bellingham actually did get up and won that ball back. Because he looked down and out there. He got shoulder barged off the ball, but stood up and won it back.
I think we need another goal because I think I think we deserve it. I think our domination deserves a goal. And if we don't get one, it's going to be, at some point in the game, the Dutch are going to come into it. Yeah,
you've got to make the pressure count, haven't you? Here's Foden again. Brilliant play. And gives it to Bellingham now, just outside the penalty area. Bellingham looks to his left, where Kieran Trippier comes running onto the ball. Trippier now plays it across, looking for Mainu. It's not a great ball, but again, he has to come onto his right. And that was the problem there. The Dutch saw that ball coming from Trippier. He's got it again here. Down the line now for Bellingham. Bellingham has Reinders in front of him. Bellingham fancies, he's got the byline, cuts back, gives it back to Trippier. Trippier has Rice. This is a lot quicker football from England. Kyle Walker clips 1 foot. I mean, Harry Kane now on the right wing. Pulls it back for Saka. I mean, Kane's not even making any effort to get in the penalty area now. No. Here's Saka. Great play, cutting across. Good strength from Bukayo Saka. Still going. Now Bellingham. Bellingham to Trippier. Trippier across. It's not a great ball on his left foot. And straight into the goalkeeper.
Of course, there's no sense forward in there, was there? That's the point.
Well, no. Phil Foden.
Look at him.
I mean, he's the smallest player on the pitch. He's just hovering on the edge of the box. We need a proper number 9 in there. But it's not going to happen, guys. I mean, we know it's not, to be fair. But now the Dutch can break. They're in a bit of space down this left-hand side. Schouten gives it back to Ake. Ake to Reinders. Reinders is cutting across the field over the halfway line and over the centre circle. Back again. Again, it's very similar to how England attack, isn't it? Very sort of possessive and waiting for that gap to open. But the question is, do the Dutch have the same quality as what England do with the likes of Foden and Mainu, etc.?
We do have 11 men behind the ball, to be fair.
We do, which I think is probably frustrating the Dutch. And Van Dijk has it all the way back in his own half here, and he's going to probably have to go back to the goalkeeper. Indeed, he does. I don't think the Dutch fans will be very happy with that, to be fair. Here's Ake. Again, trying to look forward, but there's just not much movement in front of them. Van Dijk. That's good pressing by England. Really good pressing. And Rice is telling Bellingham to go and press. De Vrij. And now Netherlands on the attack. Ake on this near side. Simmons just behind him. Here's Xavi Simmons. And again, Schouten looking for movement in front of him. Reinders Good play by Bellingham. Good pressing again. The Dutch, though, with a nice little bit of one-touch football there. Dumfries out on the right-hand side. But again, he's forced to go back to De Vrij. I'm impressed with the England pressing, guys. They're stopping the Dutch movement quite well.
Yep.
And there's a good tackle from Trippier on Dumfries. And now Virgil van Dijk.
It's a bit Newcastle United versus PSG besides momentum, isn't it? It's very much dig in and nothing will pass us.
But I think if we're just a bit more adventurous, we can hammer the Dutch tonight. Absolutely. There's so many. I think there's plenty goals in this for England. Just keep concentration, of course. I mean, don't go all gung-ho, but there is goals here. Here's Ake for the Dutch. It's still 1-1, though, at the end of the day. Ake bursting into the box, going against his Man City teammate, and does really well. Gakpo now. Took a little bit of a slip, but managed to hold on to the ball. In it comes the cross. Oh, it's not a great header by Ake there. I think he was just trying to glance that, to be fair to the Manchester City defender, but he got too much on it.
Yeah, he did well there, didn't he, Ake? I mean, Walker had him there, but I mean, of course, that's a terrible header, mind.
Yeah, way too
but he's
much.
a centre half in reality.
Yeah, Ake did really well on the byline there. And I believe the ref... No, he hasn't. We're at the 48-minute mark. There's 3 minutes of additional time. So I believe this goal kick will signal the end of the first half. And it does indeed. There you go. That is half-time, ladies and gentlemen. It is England 1, the Netherlands 1. Netherlands taking the lead in the 7th minute through Xavi Simons' absolute blistering strike. Harry Kane levelling it up 10 minutes later from the penalty spot. And then, to be fair, England have had the majority of the play, created some good opportunities. But I'm sorry, we need a proper striker on the pitch, as far as I'm concerned. That's the only thing that's letting us down, is the fact that we don't have a proper striker out there. Kieran, thank you for your super chat. Gordon needs to be on as a left winger as he cuts in so he can shoot or pass to a teammate. Well, listen, anybody on that left-hand side that can do something. I mean, it is lopsided, but I'll tell you something, they probably played as well in this game as they have in the tournament, guys.
Yeah, Holland's done literally nothing, and the only time they did was when they scored, and that was down to a mistake from Declan Rice. We've been outstanding. We've been by far the better side. Probably deserve to be well ahead in this game, I've got to say. But everyone's been pretty good. Even Kane, he got the penalty he scored, so he's there to score goals. He scored a goal.
Absolutely. Charles Baseman, thank you for your super chat. USA Newcastle fan in Miami. Love the Toon review. You guys are the best. Thank you very much for that, Charles. Alex, your thoughts on the first half?
Positive. Good. It's a lot better. There's still a few things, Kane's mobility is still poor, but it's been an improvement on the rest of the performances. It's been a bit better. It was a low bar, but better. Kyle Walker's kind of growing a bit more into the game. He's making some good runs and getting into some good space. Standouts are definitely Foden and Mainu. Rice needs to switch on a lot. We could do with him being maybe a little bit more positive. Trippier's doing all right, but again, I think he's been a bit more adventurous than in previous games, and it's resulting in a couple more maybe mistakes, but then a couple of silly offsides that weren't necessary. Some decent defensive work, but yeah, I feel like Luke Shaw coming on with maybe half an hour at least to go, just to balance it up, and surely he's fit enough to give it 100% for half an hour. You would imagine.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah,
but we've been the better of the two teams in the first half. Unfortunately, we're not ahead. It is still 1-1, and I would fully expect Koeman to give them a new plan, settle them down, and the Dutch are going to come out aggressive in the second half. And we're going to have to be ready for that. The commentary just said that this is going to be Gareth Southgate's easiest halftime team talk or calmest of the tournament. I disagree, because they're going to come out with a plan. We need to come out with a plan as well. We can't just let them come out and dictate this second half, because we will lose this game of football.
Well, the problem we do worry about is what Southgate actually says to the team at halftime. Does he go in there and say more of the same, guys? Or does he go back to the cautious Gareth and say, let's not commit too far forward? Because we've seen that before.
Well, that's reverting to type for him, isn't it? But really, in actual fact, what he should do is go at these, because I think we can get goals. I really do.
I think there's loads of goals in this for England.
We should have maybe 2 or 3 already. We haven't missed any good chances as such, but we've created quite a lot tonight.
Absolutely. Toon Taif, who's been a member for nearly 2 years now. Thank you, mate. Best we've played so far. Need Watkins on for the runs in behind. Come on, Ingerland. Yeah, I mean, Watkins is certainly an option, but we'll see what happens. We'll just turn our attention to Newcastle United just for a couple of minutes, Alex, because obviously I did the show this afternoon as soon as it broke, really, about Amanda Staveley and me and Dad leaving the club. What was your reaction when you got the news? Were you a little bit surprised?
No, I think this has been coming for a while because they diluted their shares from 10 to 6%. She did come out and clarify that a number of weeks ago that she was staying at the moment. But I think it was inevitable she was going to go eventually, her and Mehrdad. You know, I think they were the face of the takeover. They helped with this. They've obviously made a lot of money from it, but they also put their heart and soul into it, and they deserve it. You know, they've put a lot of there was a lot of risk involved, a hell of a lot of risk with their own money and borrowing, which would still mess them up. And they've put a lot of hard work in, a lot of hard graft, tried to stabilize this club, recruit the right people at the sort of board level and sort of management level, whatever we're calling it, director level. And we're in good shape right now. Financially, we look better. We've got the right people in recruitment-wise. Paul Mitchell's in as well now. So I would assume we will maybe recruit somebody else, unless it's going to be Darren Eales is going to be the guy, possibly.
That's what they reckon. But they also reckon that,
I'm okay with it. I feel a bit sad, but I'm happy for everything they've done. And you know, I'm sure everybody will be remember them both fondly because they've done so much for us in barely any time at all. Really,
there's a lot of talk that Al Ramayan is going to be a lot more hands-on as well. So I guess we wait and see on that one. Jamie says they are not leaving. Jamie, they are. It's been confirmed, and I think the problem is Lee from Newcastle Fans TV put a picture out earlier on with Amanda Staveley's comment from the one you're talking about, Alex. Which was when she
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, he's since deleted
so she
that
put
tweet.
out a statement. Yeah, she put a statement out ages ago, dismissing rumors of her leaving. But this is now a new thing. Yeah, it's those are not related.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit surprised because obviously she did say we want to be shareholders for years to come. In that statement that we're talking about that she did a while back. But I think it's progression for Newcastle United. I said during the show that I think that Amanda's basically leaving because what you just said there. She was there to oversee the takeover and stabilize the club. That's what she's good at. And now we're going to take it to the next level with people who are specialists in that particular role. So I think that's what they're doing. I think Keith Downey was a little bit wrong putting that tweet out earlier on today, surmising that... Well, he was surmising that there was a possibility that they've been pushed out and they've got unfinished business at Newcastle.
Well, I mean, he's got to report all the angles, and it's fair. Like we might not like that.
Yeah, but that creates all the
but
suspicion on.
Yeah, but again, it's journalism, and he has to report all the options. I don't think he's done it to be spiteful. Of course, not. It will have.
No, he hasn't. No, I'm not saying spiteful. I'm saying it's probably not the right time to put those words out when everybody's speculating that Amanda's ill or she's in serious.
But they can do what they want, really, as journalists. If the fans start peddling rumors, then that's a problem. Whereas journalists, well, it's not a rumor. Okay, that's wrong of me to say it's a rumor. I guess Keith is just hypothesizing or theorizing, or maybe has some sources, any of the above, on just maybe what could be the situation. Yeah, I mean, it's bad timing for us because we're fans and we don't like that. But we need to let journalists do their journalism as long as they don't overstep the mark.
But if I'm being honest as a fan, right, I think this is the next stage. I don't think there's any.
I agree. Yeah,
I think it's the next stage. The Bangers says, "Hi lads, can you please shout out Wallace Haley and our kid Elora? They love the Toon review." Haley and Elora, good evening. Hope you're enjoying the game.
Oh, Haley and Elora.
Big fans of the channel. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. What did you think of the news, Billy? Because I did actually try and get a hold of you.
Yeah, I'd still have my phone on silent from our first show, so I didn't even know. I think it's just stage one of the process. It's now complete.
Yeah.
Now we've got the backroom staff to compensate, to do the roles that Amanda and Mehrdad were doing. It is sad, of course. They've been a fantastic part of Newcastle United's history. They've fought tooth and nail to get this club into the position it's in. But it's just stage one of the process is now over. And I think we can look forward to brighter times, 100%. It is sad, though. I mean, I will miss them. I'm sure there's always going to be a part of Newcastle United in their hearts. So
absolutely, yeah.
Not to be too sad, really. But at the same time, Amanda does have apparently financial problems with a couple of court cases she's lost recently. So maybe it works out right for them. They're going to make a nice chunk of money out of it by selling the shares. So it's win-win for them, I guess, and win-win
and
for us.
It is PIF who've bought the shares, of course, which puts us in a stronger position as owners. So,
I just hope we still have the same transparency that we've had while they've been kind of involved.
Yeah, that's what I said on the show.
That might not happen.
Yeah. Just hoping that everything, whoever takes on the role that Amanda's been doing, keeps that going with the communication and obviously the women's team as well, who, by the way, have just signed a lioness, which is incredible. The signing of Demi Stokes today. That's an incredible signing for Newcastle, Billy.
100%. Yeah, I was saying the other night that I was kind of hoping when Lucy Bronze came back, gone to Chelsea, hasn't she, from Barcelona.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping maybe slightly over the top now. Lucy Bronze, on the wrong side of 30, maybe Newcastle United would sign her, but they haven't, and then now I've signed the left back from the European
from Man City as well.
European champion. She's not renewed a contract, and she's come to Newcastle United. She's a local lass, of course, from Dudley. So she's someone that knows and loves the club. Hopefully, and she's going to come and do a great job. An England international, a European Championship winner. Yeah, it's a fantastic signing for the Championship. It really is.
Oh, it's incredible. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. Wow, starting to look like a team. Just need Kane to pull his finger out his arse and wake up to what a striker needs to do. Lee NUFC, thank you for your super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. Ruffiad Benissian says there's 1,125 watching. That's on YouTube. We've actually got a total of nearly 1,500 watching at the minute across both platforms. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. Please do hit the thumbs up button. It really does help the channel with the YouTube algorithm, etc. And of course, if you're new, please do subscribe to the channel. Come and be part of this incredible community as we head towards 31,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. And welcome to everybody who's recently become a subscriber of the channel, of course. And if you want to support us, then you can, of course, become a member. Just hit that join button underneath the three of us. Right, let's turn our attention back to England, Billy. Do you think he'll change it at half-time? I don't see any reason to this time, apart from maybe the striker. But let's be honest, he's not going to take Harry Kane off at half-time, is he?
No, absolutely not. It'll be the same. And hopefully we can maintain the same kind of control right over the game for the second half. And if we do that, I think we'll win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Asian Mumu saying, according to Ian Wright, it's a reckless challenge, embarrassing, never a penalty.
Well, it is, because even the ref had to go to the second viewing and he saw it on the screen from all angles. It's a blatant penalty. It's the most obvious penalty you'll see. I think Ancient Mumu may come from the land of Wales, doesn't he? So he probably doesn't like England very much.
Brian says, I know the lasses are making waves. I won't miss a game. They never clash with the lads, do they? Not much, to be fair. I think it's a fantastic opportunity for the lasses, and I think they've just proven that they are going to give it a go. Whether we talk about them just consolidating or not, they are really wanting to give it a go next season, and the signings have proved that. I mean, the Golden Glove winner and player of the championship, obviously the goalkeeper, and now this one, just incredible. Where was that? William says, did you see Eddie on Tyneside Life? As he said, it's likely she's gone bankrupt. I don't watch Eddie from Tyneside Life, quite honestly.
I watched it. And I thought it was, to be honest, I thought it was scaremongering nonsense.
He has no right to say that, by the way. If that's what is that what he's done?
Yeah, he said, I'm joining the dots up, and he's kind of criticised fans for kind of, being a bit negative before, but this was ultra negative, and I thought it was scaremongering to the nth degree.
No, that's disgraceful. He has no right to say that about Amanda's final. How the hell would he know? I'm sorry, but that's you can't stipulate that somebody's bollocks, man. Honestly, I mean, I don't associate with him anyway, but that's just a load of crap. Really is. Shorter J, thank you very much for your super chat. If Gordon doesn't get on, that bike he fell off has to have been Southgate's missus. Oh. I mean, it is crying out for a left-sided player. I mean, Luke Shaw. I mean, Kane. Sorry, put Shaw and put Gordon on. I mean, we've got a left side, a hell of a left side there. you know,
who'd you take off the left? Who'd you take off to put Gordon on then? I mean, I'm not taking Foden off, Bellingham off. I've got to be honest.
I'm not taking Minu off either.
Well,
Fuck exactly. Put 12 on.
Gordon's not getting on the pitch for me.
Mick says Newcastle fans TV have also said she's gone bankrupt. I think it's very, very wrong to say something that they don't.
She has lost 2 court cases. That is
quite
true.
But you can't turn around and say that without knowing what the facts are. No, I would never come out on here on this channel. I made, you know, when I did that show at lunchtime, right? I just basically turned around and I said, right, we're not getting involved in anything speculating why. All right, what we're concentrating on is where Newcastle go next with this, and also what happens with the role and things like that, and say thank you to Amanda. Not putting out videos saying, oh, she's gone bust. It's bollocks, right? Whether she has or she hasn't, nobody has the right to go out and do a video making up stuff about Amanda's finances. It's bang out of order. Really, really wrong.
I mean, they do. They have the right, but it's distasteful. And
no, it's wrong, Alex.
Turn people off.
Yeah, I'd never do that. I mean, nobody knows what Amanda's finances are like. And it could be any reason. By the way, Luke Shaw is coming on for the second half. So
I did say that in the first half, didn't I? That maybe he's fit enough. He's going to give him a good run out for at least half an hour. But it looks like he's going to give him the full second half.
Yeah,
more balance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that is if it's Trippier that's coming off. I would imagine it is.
Well, he hasn't come out the tunnel, mate. So he's got a red top on now. So it's definitely Trippier that's come off. Listen, I like that substitution. I mean, I know Trippier plays for us, and you know, but this is England, and it gives us better balance without a shadow of a doubt.
I agree. I feel like a fan has stuffed Gareth into a cupboard and is wearing a fake suit and making some actual decisions and changes to this side, because it's incomparable to what we've been seeing for the rest of the tournament. It's a good, balanced, well thought out halftime substitution that's going to give us more balance on the left hand side. Yeah, it's really good. I'm shocked.
Paul, you speculate about things literally all the time. Case in point, a whole video on shares comments taken out of context. It's different talking about an interview.
Well, it's worse than that, actually, because he also said this is the reason why Dan Ashworth left. He thinks something's wrong with the club. He also mentioned the sales of Minte and Anderson. He said something not like the club, and it was him surmising that. And he even kind of backed up Ashworth.
There's very different in surmising somebody's health than surmising just talking about a comment made in an interview. Jesus Christ. I would never surmise on someone's health or financial status. Get a grip. Anyway, second half underway now. England versus Holland. It is 1-1. And this is a very, very big half. Luke Shaw's on, Billy.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
I think it's a very, very positive change for me.
Well, if he might have to play for, an hour and a quarter, so, or however long it is. How long? What, 45 and a half an hour? How long's that? An hour and a quarter, yeah.
To be fair, local hero, I did challenge Paul on that video as well, because we'd like to have a healthy discussion and a debate about these things, and we're not perfect. However,
I'm sorry.
We try not to be distasteful.
It was just a news video that we did talking about what Cher said in his interview. I didn't know what question had been asked. It was just speculating on Eddie Howe's future.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's not like surmising somebody's bankrupt or has left it because he's ill. No, ridiculous things to say. And then surmising that Dan Ashworth left and the sales, that something's wrong with the club. That is terrible. The club's in such a brilliant place right now. It's a terrible thing to say. Just clicks and views. That's all I'll say. Anyway, here is Jude Bellingham and gives it back to Guy. Guy across now to John Stones.
Carsource has been on the pitch for a minute. And he's already kicked John Stones once.
Yes, he has. Who did Weghorst come on for?
Marlon.
Wow. Local hero, don't just forget it, mate. It's fine. Honestly, it's all healthy debate, mate. That's what this channel's all about. Passionate, healthy debate that we stand by what each other says. It's a great. That's why I love doing this channel, because we get so much passion And you're all great people. And even though we disagree, it's still your opinion, my opinion, everyone's opinion. It's just brilliant, man. Anyway, here is Luke Shaw, who will give us better balance. And he's played it down the line immediately for the runner, Jude Bellingham. Bellingham, though, is well forced out by De Vrij. Is that better for you, Alex? De Vrij? Yeah, thank you. De Vrij. Yeah, he did well there, De Vrij, actually holding off Bellingham, because Bellingham's a very bulky kind of guy. And it was good strength battle. No, I haven't pinched Stado's stake at all. I just don't like it when people surmise on people's health or finances. I think it's wrong. And scaremongering tactics just to get likes. Trust me, I know what Eddie's like. Anyway, here's Guehi. Cross to John Stones. I mean, England need to just keep doing what they were doing in the first half, guys. They just need to really keep going.
I think we're going to be stronger as well with Shaw on, I've got to say.
I do. I mean, that was blatant there, Billy, when Shaw played the ball down the line.
Yep.
Bellingham made a good run, and because Shaw's left-footed, he curled it in, and it was a great ball.
Mm.
More of the same from Phil Foden as well, by the way. Absolutely. I want to see Saka a bit more involved, and here he is, right to the byline, pulls it back. Where is Harry Kane? Oh, come on.
I know. You're right.
I mean,
to give away that.
Saka's done brilliant there. Pulls it back. You expect your centre forward to be there.
Or at least
he's not even in the box.
No.
Godfather says, I remember Eddie having a go at Adam Pearson. Yeah, and he had a go at me because I associated with Adam Pearson. And he said, because I associate with Adam Pearson, he will not associate with anybody who associates with him. So
put it this way, when we went to the Content Creator Awards last year, they put him in the corner, probably because he requested it, on his own, and all the Newcastle United channels, like Matty from the Magpie channel, Adam P, Geordie Josh, us, we were all over the other side. Yep. So I don't quite know why that was. It was a bit weird.
Well, it's because I know why, Alex, but I'm not going to say any more. But there you go. So telling me I can't associate with people is, a little bit stupid. Luke Shaw with a throw-in for England midway through his own half. Stones came to meet him, but he's gone back to Guehi. Guehi in a lot of space, feeds it to Jordan Pickford now in his D. And Stones brings it out for England. Back to Guehi now. Guehi with quite a lot of space to look for that pass. Kane comes forward to get it. And again, now we don't have a striker. And there's the ball over the top. Looking for Luke Shaw. Well, it's comfortably dealt with by Dumfries. Rice trying to scrap with Simmons to win it back. Foden looks like he's offside and is indeed offside. But again, there's exactly what Luke Shaw will give you, because he's making a run forward, Billy, which we didn't see in the first half.
Yeah, it's just more balance, isn't it? He can play the ball with his left foot, hasn't got to keep cutting inside. He can go on the outside. He can go backwards, sideways, wherever he wants to go.
Yeah,
Kevin Trippier obviously can't because he's so one-footed with his right. Although I thought Kevin Trippier had a good first half. Credit to him, he did stand up to the plate, but we will look a better side, I imagine, with the balance of Shaw.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about the balance. Lee is asking where I can watch Billy and Stato's Patreon videos. They're not videos, matey, they're podcasts. They're just to listen to, buddy. But the link to Patreon is somewhere in the description. If you just scroll down, you will find it there.
There will be one uploaded after this match as well, so there will be one later tonight.
Here is Kyle Walker over the halfway line again for England. Stones to his right. Stones now. I mean, dare I say that Saka has been very quiet, guys? Is it because he's not getting the ball enough? I mean, Foden's covering that side as well, isn't he? He's all over the place.
He's very lively, Like early doors, Saka was lively, wasn't he? First 20, 25 minutes, and then it's kind of gone a bit quieter.
Oh, Foden must make 25,000 runs a game, not three.
He's making loads, isn't he? He's just not getting seen. Walker again. This time gives it out to the right to Bukayo Saka. Saka back onto his left foot, gives it to Guehi. Gets a round of applause from John Stones. Guehi out to the left now to Jude Bellingham. And of course, now he has Luke Shaw overlapping, but he's gone inside to Phil Foden. Foden now does have Luke Shaw there, and it's on the left foot, but he can't get it past Dumfries. Tried the low cross, and it's blocked by the Dutchman. Shaw will come across and take the throw in.
Keep it going. It's good stuff.
As I said, it's now a case of the Dutch have got to be careful because, Shaw's not going to cut back all the time, which Trippier did, of course. Foden now for England. Back to Declan Rice. Back to Phil Foden. Foden in a bit of space to bring the ball forward now. Slips it inside to Jude Bellingham. Bellingham to Kane. It bounces off Harry Kane. And, Holland are breaking here and have an opportunity down the right-hand side.
I'm sure looking Laban to get back. Christ.
Yeah, Simmons on the ball. Great work again, though, by Mainoo. Brilliant from Kobe Mainoo. Absolutely awesome stuff, that.
I think we can see why Luke Shaw isn't starting the games anyway. The way he kind of laboured back then.
Yeah, definitely. Got Harry Kane with the unstickiest centre-forward play in football history. It's like Flubber. Don't anybody remember the movie Flubber with Robin Williams? It's like the opposite of Flubber is what Harry Kane does with the football.
Pinball feet.
Oh, dear. Shaw tries to throw it to Harry Kane, beaten in the air. Shaw plays the left-footed long ball. Bellingham takes it beautifully down on his chest. Great stuff there from Bellingham. Back to Kobe Mainoo now. Looks for options, but there isn't many there for if you're an Englishman. But Mainoo has done brilliant. Just ran it out of play.
Unlucky, lads. Unlucky.
I'll tell you what, he is so exciting to watch. I know he's a Man United player, but how can you not love this kid? He is just full of running, full of taking people on, full of confidence as well. He skipped past three Dutchmen there.
The hype is real. I think about him. He's a fantastic, fantastic player.
Absolutely. Yep. Let's hope Ten Hag doesn't destroy him. Although, to be fair, Ten Hag's so far, I think, done a good job with Mainoo. Saka now. That's a poor, lazy pass that from Saka. That wasn't great at all. And the Netherlands have it back with Dumfries now. He goes back to De Vrij. Ah, dear.
I mean, let's not forget Dumfries is on a yellow, so if we can get Shaw and Bellingham running at him quite aggressively, you never know.
Yeah,
that might be Southgate's tactics. I mean, give them credit for thinking like that, but
I think that's a bit of a stretch, Billy Bob. Headed by Shaw. Good strength by Declan Rice, holding the ball up, and it runs out for what should be an England throw. How is Dumfries appealing for that? My goodness me! Get a grip of your life, son.
Dumfries.
Hey. Here is John Stones now to Guehi, who again was linked with Newcastle United yesterday. Walker plays a very firm ball, and Ake had to really deal with that because it was deflected. Ake's done well. He just
tackled him in installments.
Here is Wout Weghorst now for the Dutch. Simmons plays it down the line, looking for the run, but it's well covered. Brilliantly covered. Dumfries tried to make a run. Luke Shaw covered that really well there. Saw the pass coming. And now Kobe Mainoo for England. Rolls it to Walker, who in turn gives it to Stones. Now Phil Foden to Rice. That's nice by England. Guehi. Bellingham. Inside again for Declan Rice. A lot of space on the right-hand side for Saka there, but England sticking to this left at the moment. Bellingham down the line for Shaw. Shaw to Guehi, who's on the halfway line for the England team. Plays it into Mainoo. Mainoo has options to his right, uses Declan Rice. Again, patience from England, keeping possession. Phil Foden now can turn. Foden again, he's just a live wire, isn't he? He's always spinning and twisting. You don't know which way he's going to go, the kid. Walker now. He decides to turn on the afterburners and gets us into the Dutch half. But he's all that running's for nothing because he's gone back to John Stones. First time pass across the Guehi. And now on the left-hand side. I mean, you know, this is good from England, keeping possession, being patient.
Here he comes.
Yeah, there's just nothing in the box. Kyle Walker now. It comes, tries to get the ball in, but it's blocked. Mainoo will come back and retrieve it for England.
Very mature, isn't he? I mean, how old is he? 17, 18? Unbelievable.
Yep.
Maturity. He really is.
Yeah. I mean, it's his work rate as well. He works so hard. Harry Kane now for England. Sends it out to Kyle Walker. Walker has Foden ahead of him. Foden, very quick to get that ball. It was a poor ball by Walker. Not enough pace on it, but Foden did well to get it. Now Harry Kane. And he's tackled.
That was a fantastic ball as well. That was an exceptional ball. He had to make that stick.
His control there is shocking, by the way.
He's good defense.
And his strength. He's being out-muscled. He's a big number 9. Come on.
I mean, look, the manager, he's got to stop thinking Harry Kane's such a big name, I daresn't take him off. I'm sorry. It's for the benefit of the England team to put a striker on. I want to see Ivan Toney. I know people are calling for Watkins, but I want to see Toney on.
Brilliant from Foden.
Yeah, absolutely superb. Bellingham now inside to Harry Kane. Kane, he's lost the ball.
Fucking absolute non-entity of a player.
No, that's absolutely shite. That is absolutely shite.
Slack-jawed bloody idiot.
Come on, guys, says the NEFC Matters group have also putting the boot in on Amanda. Really?
Strange.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen that yet, so I'm not going to comment on it. But
I think we are staying well out of that until there's some proper news from the club, because everybody's just speculating at this point.
Yep. I mean, I said earlier, Alex, that the club might not even tell us why they've left. They may just make a statement thanking them for what they've done and wish them well in the future. They don't have to tell us the reason why they're not there anymore.
I'd imagine Amanda would make a statement because she does that sometimes, but I mean, she may not.
It's just phase 1 of the process is over now, and moving forward with the next part.
Exactly. It's the next tier.
Until we're told different.
Absolutely. Now, here is Kyle Walker on the halfway line for England, screaming for people to make a run ahead of him, looking at Saka. He's screaming at Saka there. Now, Foden is clear on the right if he can be found by John Stones. It's a long ball by Stones and too far for Foden to keep in play. And Foden gives him the stare of death. Wow. Now,
daggers.
Gakpo, absolutely. Gakpo twisting and turning, plays it out to the right-hand side now to Dumfries. Gakpo makes a run into the box. Dumfries turns, goes backwards. Now the cross comes in. There's too much on that. And it's out for a goal kick. And Gakpo tells Dumfries exactly what he thinks of him.
Absolutely dog shit, I've got to say.
Yep, really poor. I mean, that ball from Dumfries was shockingly bad there. To be fair to Gakpo, he did all the hard work and made a great run into the penalty area, and Dumfries just completely ignored him. And then
we need to make this count.
Yep, we're on top, and that's the problem when the game's at 1-1.
Yeah, but we're not winning though. It's 1-1. All it takes is a scrappy goal from the Netherlands or a mistake. We can lose this game and we can go out. We need to make this domination count because we've been the better side.
Well, here is John Stones for England, bringing it out of defence again to Kyle Walker. Very, very static at the moment. Not a lot in front of him. Look at Foden. He's getting so angry that he's not... Why not give him the ball?
What's Royce doing here?
I mean, he's nearly kicked it out of play there. Guehi had to really stretch to keep that in. Now Foden to Bellingham to Foden. And again, there's not much there for him, is there? I mean, the real talented players here, they're looking for options and they're getting no runners. Luke Shaw now for England. Inside to Rice. Rice to Foden. Foden tackled, but Rice did well to win it back.
Yeah, then he's... Didn't give him an option. That was poor from Rice. Dead from Rice been poor tonight for me.
Well, he hasn't had a brilliant tournament, Declan, has he?
He's not been great.
He
He had a great first
self.
game, but then he's been poor since. What's the...
I'm not sure the free
Why is
kick's
there a
for
foul there?
I think it's for the
They
shirt
both
pull.
pulled. Yeah, but they both pulled shirts. Foden had a shirt pulled as well.
Harry Kane having a chat with the referee there. Not sure what that was about. Ali B says, "Who's warming up?"
Lucky Bellingham.
Well, while it's still 1-1, the Dutch they're still very much in this game, of course. And despite England having the majority of it, they need to capitalise on it, because we know what football's like. It can be absolute. It can just kill you. It really can.
The problem is with us, the possession has all been in the hands of people that aren't going to create anything. We need to start getting Foden in it and Bellingham on the ball more. Yeah.
Guehi covering back to Jordan Pickford. Good ball out from Pickford to Rice. Rice, he's got to be careful here. Back to Guehi. Guehi clips it over the top. That was awful.
Yeah, really poor.
I mean, just put your foot through it. Get rid of it. Don't try a fancy chip forward like that and put us under pressure from a throw-in.
Matt.
You what?
Matt Hames.
Harry Kane must surely be finishing his warm-up soon. Honestly, how can we all see it, but Southgate doesn't? I don't understand. I just don't. I tell you what, Xavi Simons isn't half a whinging little bugger, isn't he? Every time you look at him, he's whinging at his own players. He's whinging at the referee. You're far too talented to be whinging like that. That looked like the Dutch took the free kick there.
They did, yeah. No, you can't stop it and say, "Oh, it's all right." No, they've taken it now. Sorry.
Excuse me?
Well, then let him do it again.
Hey, my God, man.
There we go. I've got a fucking goal in the 64th minute.
Play to the whistle. Just go tackle him. He hasn't blown the whistle yet. Just go tackle him.
Did you see what I think you just said there, Billy?
Yeah.
The referee's got a bet for a goal in the 64th minute. Oh, dear. Anyway, player's been delayed. He's having a chat with some of the players that are awaiting the ball. Kyle Walker and Van Dijk are in there. Kyle Walker looks very perplexed with Van Dijk. Not sure what's going on there, but Walker looks at him as if to say, "What the hell are you on?" That's a great free kick and great save, Jordan Pickford to his left.
Brilliant save.
I think it was Ake. I think they got the final touch. Yeah, it was. It was one of them. Let's have a look. Yeah, Van Dijk. I mean, it was close to Pickford, but to be fair, his reflexes had to be there. On the corner of the Dutch, there you go. Just like we were saying, you just never know. In comes the corner, and the header is over the bar again from Dumfries, and well, that's twice he's had opportunities there.
Yeah,
he's put that one
sky. He's a good challenge, though, isn't he? He's not jumping on his own there.
Yeah,
that's a good save. Good reflexes.
Sammy, thank you for your super chat. Typical Southgate, played well first half and then has to fumble it. Why the hell did he bring Luke Shaw on? Well, for balance, I don't disagree with that change. And I think we've been okay second half. We just haven't really created anything.
Well, that's the first thing they did, and it came from a shirt pull from Foden that didn't really exist. It was a bit of both sides. So they've been helped out, the Dutch, there.
Come on, ref. Get him in the book for that fucking cart horse.
Yeah, Weghorst is penalised for a foul on John Stones. Stones has a little bit of a sore right ear there. Look at his elbow. I mean, is that really a foul? I mean, the contact in football's gone out the game, hasn't it? I mean, from the days when he used to play. Mind you, how he wasn't sent off in 1993, I will never know.
Exactly. And then made him retake the free kick.
Yeah.
Knocked us out of the World Cup.
Hey, what a free kick it was, though. Let's be fair, from that kind of angle, it was incredible. But what a player he was. Both of them.
He was.
The Koeman brothers, exceptional. Anyway, Declan Rice now trying to bring it forward for England. Bellingham cuts inside to Kobe Mainoo. Mainoo has Saka out on the right-hand side. Brought down by Saka. Straight on him is Nathan Ake. And now Mainoo again. Saka. rifled into Foden. Can't control that, and Holland get it away. Now Weghorst. John Stones, great tackle, but nobody's there for England. Play it out to the left-hand side now for the Dutch. To Cody Gakpo. He's got nothing in front of him. Went back, and now it's with Reinders. De Vrij now. As the Dutch try and build now with Xavi Simons.
They're starting to come into it, the Dutch now.
Yeah, they have. England on top for the first part of the second half, but now it's the Dutch turn to ask a few questions of the English. Still, come on, Kane, man! Honestly, I mean, he's running alongside him and doesn't bother to try and make a challenge.
Yeah, we need Ivan Toney on now. 67 minutes is time. We need a bit more energy and pressure.
Yeah. Gakpo now swings it towards the back post, and Pickford does well to turn it away for a corner because he had Dumfries coming in from behind. And Weghorst there. That was a great ball in from Gakpo. And Pickford just being sit. I think he did well there because Dumfries would have scored.
Yeah, Shaw's let him go, hasn't he?
Oh, my goodness me.
They're starting to turn us through now. This is,
yeah, they are.
It's a bit concerning that Southgate hasn't seen it, and instead of being proactive, he's being reactive. He's going to wait till they score and bring subs on, no doubt.
Well, yeah, we've seen that before. Van Dijk not impressed with something again. The referee having words. Looks like Luke Shaw there. The ref will be keeping a close eye on everything going on in the penalty area right now. Van Dijk barging away with Kyle Walker there. In comes the corner. And it's a header straight at Pickford, but the whistle has gone. And I think the referee wants a word with somebody. It's probably going to be... Oh, Declan Rice on the far side. Look at that.
What's he doing?
Why is he bear hugging Weghorst?
Well, the 6-1.5 did, didn't it? You can't get a penalty for it, for God's sake.
No.
Well, I mean, it's a yellow card for a start. You got your hands all over someone's face.
Well, they're both doing it.
Here's John Stones now for England to bring it forward. But again, nerves will be creeping in now. You know, we're 21 minutes away from the end of the game. It's 1-1 in a Euro semi-final. Oh, I tell you what, I think England should have killed this off, though. Long ball forward towards Bellingham. Bellingham takes it down really well. But again, he's marshalled out. He wants a corner. He's not getting it. Let's have another look at this. I mean, there's nothing there. There's no corner. It's good defending, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Just a bit of frustration from Jude Bellingham there.
Well, he's hardly done the ball second half. We were a bit under the cosh here.
Yep. It's a little bit bum squeaky right now, but I want to see our manager do something here.
It's the time now. It's definitely the time.
Yeah, Ivan Toney for a striker. I feel like Cole Palmer could come on, but
Kane, man!
That's not Kane's fault. That's just an awful pass.
Yeah, shocking ball.
I'm blaming Kane anyway. I'm sorry, I want him off. I think we stand much more of a chance of scoring some goals with Ivan Toney on the field.
I agree.
He gives us more strength. He wins the ball. He holds it up well, and he can finish.
I mean, Van Dijk and De Vrij have had an armchair ride, haven't they, at the back of the second half?
Well, everybody's going to say, yeah, but Kane scored a penalty. Big friggin' deal. We could have, had we had a striker on the pitch, the balls that have been put into that box tonight have been crying out for a striker, and Kane's not even been in the penalty area. And the Dutch are definitely starting to get on top of this game now.
Yeah, confidence is growing, isn't it?
Yeah, lacking a bit of energy from Bellingham and Rice. We need some fresh legs. We really do.
Nathan Ake on the far side now for the Netherlands, and he's gone back to Van Dijk on the halfway line. Inside to Simmons. Simmons turns. Under no real pressure there. Oh, that was late from Bellingham.
You're going off here, mate. That's you off.
Wow, that was very late. It is a yellow card.
Ooh, lucky.
First one of the game for an England player.
VAR will look at this, I think.
I think they will. I mean, he was very late there. Oof. I don't think it's a sending off in that. I think it's a yellow card.
No.
I mean, if anything, Bellingham's come out worse there on his shins, but he was late in there.
They did both go for the same ball. He was just marginally later.
Yeah,
I think that should cement Bellingham going off as a sub now, surely. He's tired as well.
Well, still doesn't look like there's any... I mean, I can't see it at the minute, but last time the camera angle was there was no indication of a substitute. Good work by Kyle Walker there. Now Kobe Minu. And he's tackled.
That's a foul.
It is indeed a foul.
I hope he doesn't pull Mainoo off, because Mainoo's had a good game and he looks fresh as well.
Yeah, he does. But you know what Southgate's like. I'm sorry, but that was a book in that. That was a terrible foul. John Stones. I mean, England, they look like they've just run out of ideas a little bit, haven't they? They're just not a little bit out of... Foden taken out way after the player there. And he stayed down and is in some pain. Luke Shaw now. Declan Rice to Guehi. Foden gets up. And he's furious. And rightly so. Hopefully the referee goes back and books that twat there. That was a terrible tackle. Come on, Phil. Use that as motivation. Go and bang one in the top corner, son. If we ever get the ball forward, that is. Guehi to Bellingham. Walker out wide now for Saka. And that's going to be a goal kick to the Dutch. I mean, Saka's gone down there. There was no foul there. Come on, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I may be biased, guys, but this game is crying out for Anthony Gordon. It is crying out for him.
Oh, that's smacked in the face, mind.
Well, fingertips, Billy. I wouldn't say smacked him in the face. But it's crying out for Gordon. Am I wrong or not? Because, you know, his electric pace, his eye for goal. Come on.
I'll be amazed for Phil Gordon.
Great play by Weghorst there. And Walker's got to be quick, and was. And we survive it. Gakpo was almost in. He's no slouch either. Walker did really well. Oh, we were in big trouble there. Now Bellingham down this left-hand side for England. But he's gone out of play. It's gone very stale for England now.
Don't kick the ball away, Jude. For fuck's sake, get him off.
Brilliant work there from Kyle Walker, and he had to time that right.
Yeah, I think really Jude needs to come off now. Jude's being a bit silly with bad tackle, got a book in, ball out of play, kick the ball away. I think Jude needs to come off as well as Kane.
Kane needs to come off, absolutely. But it's screaming out for Gordon. Gordon and Palmer on each side with Ivan Toney in the middle.
Yeah, it's going to be Eze, isn't it?
Well, of course he'd bring Eze on. Look at the space Gakpo's got here on this far side.
Yeah, Saka's not doing his defensive work now, is he?
No, I mean, luckily that ball was played quite far behind where Gakpo was. Otherwise, he had a free roam into the penalty area. Here he's on the ball again. And the Dutch just knocking on the door. Still 1-1 here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to give it the thumbs up. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Dumfries now. Back to Reinders. Again, patient build-up from the Dutch, trying to hang on to the possession for a little while. 15 minutes to go of normal time. Still no England substitutions, apart from short half-time. The Dutch are knocking it around really well here. I think there's a lot of tired legs on that pitch for England. Yeah, and you look for a response from the manager, and it's just not there. And here goes Xavi Simons to Dumfries. Weghorst screaming for the ball, but it doesn't. It goes back. They're just looking for that killer ball, aren't they, Holland? They're just knocking it around, very patient. Gakpo screaming for it on the left-hand side. Here's Ake. Plays it to Gakpo now, running at Bukayo Saka. Gakpo cuts back on his right, gives it to Ake. Ake floats across into the box. Rice heads it away. Kane, oh my God. Kane had a 3-yard head start there, man.
He didn't even put a challenge in. That's the worst part of it. He didn't even jump for it. I mean, I'd be as much use as that twat at the minute.
Billy, I think you'd be better at holding it up. Just stick that big ass out, mate. Nobody will get the ball.
Especially if I let a few go at the same time.
Which has been known. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. But if anybody looks the more likely to get a winner here, it's definitely the Dutch.
It's been 15 minutes like this, to be fair. It's not like it's just happened. It's been going on for 15 minutes.
Yep. Ake on the ball for the Netherlands. Here they come forward again. Flicked out to the left for Gakpo. Quickly met by Kyle Walker. Gakpo cuts back on his right. Opportunity to cross. In it comes. Weghorst with a header. Bounces loose. Shot straight from Simmons. This time bouncing into the arms of a very gracious Jordan Pickford. Just didn't catch that right there, Simmons, and hit it into the floor.
Very fortunate. Because Weghorst is causing all kinds of problems from crosses in. And if they pick up the rebounds, what they did on that occasion, yeah, we were fortunate there.
Yep. Well, apparently there's a few England players warming up. Kane beaten again, man. He's not even challenging for the ball. I mean, that's how bad it is now. He's not even challenging for the ball. Even the TV is saying change it, apparently. Honestly, it's unbelievable, man.
Hey, up.
Oh, Ollie Watkins. Well. Oh, and Cole Palmer. Still no sign of Anthony Gordon. Of course.
Lovely to see, but why not Tony? You've used him. It's just a bit weird. It's a bit odd that he keeps changing.
I think it's the pace, isn't it? It's winning the channels and long balls over the top. Maybe it's come to that.
Oh, that's poor from Declan Rice again.
Absolute dog shit. He won the ball back. Well played.
Now Bellingham. We're back on the attack. Bellingham out left to Luke Shaw. Shaw's got options in the box. In comes the cross. And Van Dijk is there for the Dutch to head it away. Only as far as Declan Rice. Oh, give it to Saka, man. He's screaming for the ball in space. And now we have to go back to Declan Rice again. Here's Guehi. Stones. Rice. Now Foden springs forward into the penalty area. Lovely ball to Kyle Walker. Yeah. Walker to Saka! Yeah! And it's Bukayo Saka into the roof of the net! Hang on a minute. There's a VAR.
For what? They've given offside.
Yeah, I think he's given offside.
Hold on, the VAR's got to look at this. Who's offside here?
Let's have another look. Oh, that's close. Oh.
Yeah, he's off. He's off.
I mean, it's a brilliant finish by Saka, but I think he's just off.
And he shouldn't be. That's the worst part of it.
Is he level? No, it's disallowed.
He's off.
Shouldn't be though, should he? He's got the whole.
Yeah, he's taking Foden off. Oh, fuck off, Southgate. Fuck off. Seriously, Kane's coming off as well, but fuck off taking Foden off.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
He's waited for Foden to start playing better and then hooks him.
Unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
What a pile of up. Well, you can get off.
Oh, now he's
that's
running.
Incredible. That's the fastest he's run tonight. He's run off the pitch. Yeah, well played, Harry. Fucking awesome, son. Piss off. Well, I think the goal is disallowed.
Yeah, it definitely is. And Kyle Walker shouldn't be offside there. He's looking across the whole of the line. It's poor.
Oh, dear.
Especially with his pace, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Bellingham's gone to the left now. I mean, really?
Go up. Fucking hell.
I mean, why is Gordon not on this pitch, man? Seriously. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. One of the best players on the pitch for England tonight has been Phil Foden, and he takes him off.
Maybe it's
ridiculous.
Maybe that blow he took earlier. We don't know. We're not privy to that, are we?
I'm not having it, Billy. I'm not having it.
Well, I agree with you, but I'm just surmising.
Hey, man, honestly. I mean, Walker should be shot for going offside there. He's looking right along the line. Now Bellingham. Plays it out left to Luke Shaw. Shaw all the way back to Guehi. Less than 9 minutes of the second half left. Still 1-1. And it's gone all the way back to Jordan Pickford. I mean, now it is, one mistake could lose you the game here. And it's become that sort of real squeaky arse time.
There goes Watkins.
Brilliant run by Watkins. And again, that's what he's on the pitch to do. I mean, he's made more runs than Harry Kane already, and he hasn't touched the ball yet. Guehi clips it forward to Watkins. And now the Dutch spring forward again. Well, to be fair, the Dutch are in no hurry to spring. Spring might be the wrong word to use.
He's Kane-ish at the minute. Look at him.
Right now. Yeah.
There's 8 minutes left. There's no reason not to just sprint your heart out. Why not?
Exactly.
Because Southgate's told them to play for penalties. That's why, Alex. Same again, lads, eh?
If he's playing for penalties, why has not brought Tony on?
Exactly. Fucking hell. I mean, I don't care what to say. We've lost a bit of dynamics with Foden going off. We really have.
In the press now. What's that about? What's going on?
Yeah. Reinders allowed to turn. He's got Cole Palmer. Gakpo inside for Ake. Reinders has continued his run here. They've got round the back and they're into the box. Cross comes in. Weghorst with Guehi and they're claiming a handball. They're not going to get that though.
Get out of it, Cartos.
I tell you what though, Kyle Walker was lucky because he didn't have wipe Gakpo out there.
Well, because he was obstructed to get back to the ball, wasn't he?
I mean, that's another handball in a million years.
Cartos, what an absolute donkey.
I tell you what, I know we want them to press, but there's 3 times we've pressed well in this whole game so far. They've sprung fantastic counterattacks because they're really good at playing out from that press.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. Guehi now to Luke Shaw. Back to Guehi. And across to John Stones. That sounds like a bingo caller. Long ball by Stones. That's a great ball towards the run of Ollie Watkins, which is exactly what we want.
Took forever to come down, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Bellingham looks knackered, doesn't he? He looks absolutely knackered. But he's done well there on the sideline. Shaw, though, can't hold on to it. And somehow we've got a free kick there. I don't know what the referee saw.
He's got England for the 85th. Come on.
Brilliant from Bellingham there. Lovely little back heel. Dumfries was tugging at his shirt, to be fair.
Back heel Megs.
Back heel Megs. Techers, Billy. Techers. And we don't put the ball in the box. We go short. Of course we do. Mainoo now for England. Oh, that's a very tired ball from Kobe Mainoo. And a very... Oh, my God.
It took about 3 out with one go.
Yeah, and here come the Dutch. Looking dangerous again down this left-hand side. And that's a foul by Saka. And the Dutch will get a free kick around 5 yards outside the penalty area.
I Mainoo needs to come off as well.
Yep.
Tired legs out there now.
Take Mainoo off, put Bellingham where Mainoo is, and bring Anthony Gordon on.
Clutching at straws there, Paul.
I know that.
Conor Gallagher.
That's mental. He'd bring Conor Gallagher on.
And Saka is booked about 5 minutes after the foul took place. Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your super chat. Do you think Amanda leaving was what Cher was referring to regarding Eddie staying? I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm not talking about Cher's comments anymore because it angers Alex, and I don't want to do that.
Peter, you're causing an argument there.
Yes, let's just leave that, park it, and move away. Anyway, the Dutch have a free kick in a very dangerous position here. We've got 4 minutes of the second half left. In it comes towards Van Dijk. Nobody gets a head on it. The Dutch are claiming a penalty again. Kyle Walker involved in a bit of afters.
He wants a corner.
Was a corner, wasn't it?
It's off John Stones, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no. Maybe, I don't know.
It is, yeah. It's off John Stones.
It's off John Stones and we get a goal kick. I will take that.
Somebody's got a yellow card. I believe it may be to Van Dijk. It is to Van Dijk.
Go give it Watkins now, run it in, get the twat sent off.
I mean, Rice is all over Nathan Ake there, by the way.
Sooner or later, he's going to get caught as well. That's what he's been doing now.
Jesus Christ. High stakes indeed as we move towards the last 3 minutes. Van Dijk powers a header forward for the Dutch. And Stones calmly nods it back to his goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford, who throws it to Stones again. Stones brings it forward for England. There's players offering themselves to the ball, yet we go sideways. Bellingham, he's in a lot of space here, powers into the Dutch half. Short to his left. Watkins comes short for him. Back to Declan Rice. Rice's control is garbage, but we managed to keep a hold of the ball. Kyle Walker now. Out to the right-hand side to Saka, who hasn't had a lot of joy out of Nathan Ake in this game, and he's been forced back again, but he holds on to the ball. Saka still plays it out to the left-hand side. It's a great ball for Luke Shaw. Shaw takes it down really well, fires it across, and it's come all the way back to Cole Palmer! Over the bar!
You fucking idiot.
Wow.
Gormless twat.
What a ball that was out to Luke Shaw. Great ball across the box. And it's a poor finish from... Well, I mean, that's as wide as he ever... I mean, he slices it. Doesn't catch that at all. I mean,
he made some space for himself. We want him to take that shot. He just needs to do better.
Yeah.
Less than 2 minutes of the second half to go, plus whatever the referee adds on. England are level with the Netherlands 1-1. But from a very good first half, it's a little bit frustrating in the second, I have to say.
Yeah.
We haven't... I don't know. We just haven't moved on from that good first half. That's a foul, ref. I thought he wasn't going to blow there. The referee did. Certainly the linesman didn't flag for a foul. Koeman is furious.
That's a foul every day of the week.
Yep. But the linesman didn't deem it a foul. But the referee then... called it back a couple of seconds after the incident. Kyle Walker now. Palmer. Declan Rice. And again, England at walking pace. Sideways, but now it goes forward to Palmer. Palmer. At least he's looking to take players on. But two Dutchmen, I mean, the press from the Dutch has been impressive this second half. And even the cart horse is closing Pickford down. Played out to Guehi now. Guehi's got to be careful. Back to his goalkeeper. Final 30 seconds now of the 90. John Stones.
Are we a bit confused by this Watkins sub? I really would have preferred Tony. I don't know why Watkins is on. I don't think... Is he that much faster than Ivan Toney? I don't think he is.
I don't think he's as strong as Ivan Toney for a start.
He's not as clever as him either.
Rice's ball was awful there, but it's managed to find its way to Palmer. Palmer in for Watkins. Can he shut us up? Watkins scores!
Yes, he can!
That's Rice on the pitch! And England have won it in the 90th minute!
Fucking have it! Hold on, mate!
That's incredible! What a finish from the Wally Watkins! And England are going to the final! And he's even booked Javi Simmons as well, just to top the titties off on the cake. It's time to grab your granny, because she's going to show Grandad how to smoke a German sausage, baby. Get in! I mean, if that's not commentator's curse, Alex, I do know what that is. Brilliant finish.
I bloody love it. I'll take that. I mean, we know he's a good finisher. My comment was more about his speed and strength compared to Tony. But get Watkins on the box, and that's what he's been doing all season.
That's exceptional finish, by the way.
Yeah,
fantastic turn,
he's got to start the next game. He's got to start the next game.
He didn't even look.
Kane off.
He didn't even look. He span his man, and he knew. He hit that low and true. He knew where the corner was. Fantastic goal.
And there's only 2 minutes of additional time. There is only 2 minutes to go.
Well, finally, Ollie Watkins comes to party in an England shirt. That's the first good thing he's done in an England shirt. But what a time to do it! Absolutely outstanding bit of play.
Wow.
And what we've lacked the whole tournament, a decent centre forward.
I mean, that's just what he needed, a kick up the arse from Alex, and he's. I mean, they're making substitutions now, the Dutch, but So are England. I'm trying to see who that is coming on. Conser. Oh, and Gallagher. There you go. Jesus. Saka is one of the England players to come off. We've well and truly had the 2 minutes of additional time, so there's plenty to go yet.
They're bringing Kane back on.
Yeah. I mean, that was as good a finish as you're ever going to see in the 90th minute of a Euro semi-final. Wow. Well, Kane's managing from the side of the pitch.
Well, of course he is. He's the manager.
Southgate's standing back.
Oh
Kane's telling everyone where to go.
He's giving four fours and stuff to people. What is he doing?
Well,
I've been saying it for a long, long time about him being a manager, and I think that shows it.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Bosh! Get on!
Conor Gallagher can still fuck this up for us.
I mean, I don't even know how long's to go yet, to be honest, guys. It's 2 minutes of additional time, but we haven't played any football during that 2 minutes. Bergwijn's on.
He looks pleased to be on, doesn't he?
Oh, wow, he looks $1 million, Billy, I have to say.
For the Spurs twat.
Yeah, didn't really set the world on fire for Spurs, did he? Well, we're underway again. I have no idea how long the referee's going to add on here. But now for the Netherlands, they pump it forward. Weghorst with a flick on. Rice comes in there. Rice brings it down. Rice brings it away. Tremendous from Declan. And now Palmer just kicks it anywhere.
That was poor, really. I mean, ball was for the middle, wasn't it? Watkins was away.
Good tackle, Conor Gallagher.
Fucking Gallagher. Fucking me.
Oh, dear. And another yellow card. I don't know who that's for. I think it was for the England manager, Harry Kane.
Hopefully he's banned from the final.
I have no idea who he's just booked there. There was nobody standing on the touchline. Very strange.
Come on, ref, it's enough now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Get up.
Back here trying to head on. Luke Shaw heads it on. Watkins nods it down for Palmer. Palmer sends it left towards Watkins, but he's intercepted. Now, the Dutch bring it back over the line. Zerky now gets it out to Ake.
Zerky?
It is Zerky.
Xerxes.
Joshua Xerxes.
Xerxes, man. I don't give a shit, man. We're in the final, guys. Shut your faces. You both of you are not fire your asses. Anyway, here goes Bellingham charging down the left-hand side. And he's taken out. And the referee says that's a free kick. And Anthony Gordon right on the sidelines there, clapping in the face of Bellingham.
Rudolph isn't happy with that, is he?
He's not. He's not. It is a foul. Definitely.
Yeah, but Rudolph wasn't happy at all there.
Conor Gallagher looks like he's played 90 minutes. He's breathing that heavy. Come on, ref. Jesus Christ. You've had nearly 3 minutes on here, onto the 2 minutes. What's going on? England played down the line. Cleared away high in the sky. And
that'll do us.
There it is! England are in the final of Euro 2024 with a last-minute goal from Ollie Watkins. England manager Harry Kane goes straight to jump on Watkins' shoulders. And England are in the final. Wow! It's coming home.
Yeah. Only Spain to go.
Well, hey, listen.
It's a one game. Anything can happen.
It's a one-game shootout, basically. A one-game shootout. But well done, Ollie Watkins. He took the advice from Alex on board, spun to Fry, and hammered it in the back of the net.
Oh, look at that twat making that. It's all down to him. Look, fucking peanut face twat.
Well, who gives a shit? We're in the final. It's going to be very interesting for me now in Fuerteventura, I have to say, on Sunday. England-Spain final, being on a Spanish island. That is going to be sweet.
Nothing you'll find a bit more
good
English
luck with
than
that
Spaniards.
What did you say there, Alex?
There'll be more English than Spaniards.
Right, you keep talking at the same time. I've no idea what you both said.
Well, I know you said Alex and Billy kept talking.
Yeah, Billy, shut up.
I said good luck with that one being in Spain for a blooming England-Spain final.
Yeah, well, like Billy did say, there'll be plenty of English there as well. So there's a lot of expats on that island as well.
Outstanding.
I am quite. That is quite unbelievable, guys. I mean, you know, if there was going to be a winner, oh, there's Ed Sheeran. Look, if there was going to be a winner in that second half, I think if you were watching it, you'd have said Holland. But somehow we've got through that game again. We played very well, I think, first half, much better. Second half, but we're through, Billy.
Yeah, an outstanding from Ollie Watkins. What a fantastic goal that is. Serious to God. You know, he sat on the bench for 3 games, not had a sniff. Comes on, does that. When it matters most, I mean, you can't get any more kind of crucial than that. And he sent us to the final. Brilliant. And some of them players were really good tonight, I've got to say.
Mainu outstanding.
Foden.
Yeah, Foden. I think Guehi and Stones played really well again in the centre.
Yep.
You know, to be fair, there's some standout performances there. But, I mean, look, he's going to play Kane from the start on Sunday. We know that, Billy. He's not going to drop him. There's no way he drops him for the final.
No, well, he's picking a team, isn't he, Harry Kane? So there's no doubt he's going to play.
But he's going to have no joy against the Spanish centre-backs. No joy at all. And especially not with Rodri sitting in front of them. Yeah.
No.
And then you've got Rodri sitting just in front. I mean,
yeah.
You know, if he's not moving for the ball now, he's got no chance against Spain, has he?
Absolutely not.
Wow. And we're just seeing the goal again. Great ball in from Cole Palmer and one touch from Watkins. And, you know, the fact that he's done for De Vrij like that, that's impressive. But to hit the corner of the net like he did, absolutely fabulous finish.
It's instinctive centre-forward play. Yeah, I mean, it's gone in the perfect place, hasn't it? That's instinctive centre-forward play. Really is. What an outstanding finish that is. Yeah,
that's what you get when you're a striker like that with the, you know, you've got the kind of instinct to know where the goal is. King Huddle says, ignore Kane's equalizer. Well done, Billy. It was a penalty, man, for God's sake. What else did he do? Get your bloody rose-tinted glasses off, man, with Harry Kane, will you?
He's absolute dog shit, mate.
I mean, you know, you have to do the live from Spain, Paul, says Martin. I might try and get on during the show to actually show you what the atmosphere is like where I am. But, you know, there's many people going to speculate and talk about Harry Kane again. But
play with the match, Ollie Watkins, only on for 5 minutes.
Well, he deserves it. He's put England into the final, to be honest. He deserves it because...
It's an outstanding goal. It's an outstanding goal. Let's be honest,
you know, leading up to that, the first couple of minutes he was on, he was making some brilliant runs.
I want to see Declan Rice be better in the final as well.
He's got to be. He has got to stand
up. You know, if he wants to compete against Rodri, I mean, that's the time to do it, I guess. But, you know.
Yeah. He's up against some top players.
Dani Olmo and Fabio Ruiz, and it's a real kind of scary side, the Spanish side.
I don't want Kieran Trippier going up against, is it Yamal?
Yamal, yeah. Absolutely not.
Jesus, no way.
I have returned. Sorry, guys.
Well, you might as well play fucking Anthony Gordon there and try and push them back at least, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, because Yamal's going to skin Trippier, sure, he might skin them both at the same time, so... You know, we'll look forward to that when we do a preview show Saturday night about the final, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. The best man at my wedding is Spanish, and I grew up in Spain, and we've been waiting for this final for our entire lives. So I've just had to video call him straight away, and we cannot wait for Sunday. This is going to be fantastic.
I bet he's confident, though.
Well, yeah. Spain are a lot better, but anything can happen in a final. You know, Gareth seemingly has sold his soul, so...
It's a one-game shootout. That's as simple as that. Stephen Missy, thanks for your super chat. Paul's Spain trip fun. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a working holiday, I guess. I'm going on holiday, and you know, I'll be trying to try and get a few interviews with Spanish fans and see how they feel ahead of the final, and upload a video.
He's going to be frustrated at that De Vrij. He's been fantastic all game as well.
And but it was a wonderful goal, Alex. Me and Billy were just saying. You know, just it's striker's instinct, that goal, because to know where he put that ball, he knows exactly where the goal is.
Well, this is it, isn't it? I mean, this is what I was talking about. I wanted somebody on a bit more mobile than Harry Kane for running in behind, physicality, pressing, when in reality, we just needed somebody to be in the 6-yard box and to challenge a centre-half.
Yeah.
And Watkins did what he's been doing all year for Aston Villa constantly. He's not elite at running those channels and doing maybe what we need, but the finishing speaks for itself. He has got elite numbers in terms of finishing this year, which is why he's in the squad. He does deserve to be in the squad over somebody like Callum Wilson this time around. Absolutely, hands down. So great night for the lad, honestly.
George, thank you for your super chat, buddy. Hope you're well. Great commentary from the Toon Review. Reminded me of when Paul was what was that? When Paul was behind me on match day. That doesn't sound right. No, but George tends to get an absolute ass whooping. That didn't sound right either. Celebrate the goal. I tend to throw George around a bit. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. Come on, guys. It's going to be the same team against Spain, probably. More than likely will be, to be fair. But look, listen, we're in the final. We have to be positive now. You know, it's a one-game shootout. And I've seen a comment before, Billy. Spain, sometimes they do freeze on the big stage. And they've had a history of doing that. They went through a bit of, when they started winning things for a few years. But sometimes they can freeze on the big stage.
I mean, I don't think they've ever lost the final, have they?
Shut up, Billy. I'm trying to, positivity here.
They have been known as perennial bottlers for years, but I mean that kind of stopped in the noughties, didn't it? So it'll be a good game of football if we can kind of raise our level again. We've got a chance.
Or just defend from the off Billy and score in the 90th minute.
He's Gareth Southgate. He's probably going to hope for penalties.
Listen, whatever it may be, you two have a big job on your hands on Sunday night. It's a commentate on a Euro final with England in it. They've got through to another final, this time against Spain. Spain have some wonderful players. We know that. But so do England, let's be fair. Foden stepped up to the plate tonight. Manu stepped up to the plate. There were some good performances there. Some people need to be better. Declan Rice needs to be better on the ball. Absolutely, he needs to stand up because he's really going to have to be at his best on Sunday. The two centre-backs, again, I thought played really well tonight. Stones and Guehi look very, very comfortable. Good defenders and are good at bringing the ball out. So there is some optimism there, guys. We've got to think that we can do it.
Of course we have. Yeah, we've got no point going there expecting to get beat. We've got to go there confident of winning the trophy. We've been there before. We want to put things right. We lost the last final. Let's put this one right this week. We can do it. 100%.
Shout out to everyone in the chat, including the Toon Review. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx, brother BKL Contreras, aka Sportainment Guy. Well, there you go. South Bronx, New York.
New York.
I love the Bronx. I absolutely love the Bronx. Just brilliant place. Also, Gordon plays with a world squad and learns new stuff and Premier League opponents' weaknesses. The insult will make him raw for us.
Yeah.
But he did come out the other day in an interview and say it's been, like Alex said, Gordon did come out and say it's been an incredible experience to be part of.
We have swapped to wing backs as well. We've swapped to a system where where Gordon's really not going to get a look in because he's not going to swap with Foden or Bellingham as a central role. He's not going to get played as a 9 in favour of Watkins or Tony, and he's not going to be used as a wing back. So unfortunately for Anthony Gordon, we have changed to a system where he's not going to be used, especially not in a final, unless we're 2 or 3-0 down and Gareth just goes, sod it, let's throw the kitchen sink on, which we may have to do that. But
yeah,
it's just one of those things. It's not Anthony Gordon's fault.
Foxy says Spain have lost a final before, Billy, 1984 against France.
Yeah. They did lost it, but I'm not talking about the modern era, the noughties and stuff.
Absolutely. Tristan says, great commentary, lads. Does Southgate deserve a bit of credit for this result?
The bloke that he substituted on scored the goal, so you've got to give him a little bit, I guess.
He will get credit. He will.
It was a better game throughout, better first half.
Yes,
interesting. He tried Luke Shaw. Cole Palmer and Watkins were decent subs, although it was questionable taking Foden off. But
those two linked up for the goal. It was Palmer's ball into Watkins.
He's not just won it on pens this time. He's won it through scoring a goal from open play with his substitutions and changes. So we absolutely have to give him a bit of credit for sure.
Tony says, just played back the second goal. It was all negative just before the goal.
It's hilarious. Watkins, what's Watkins on for? That's the equivalent to me and Matt Ritchie, I've got to say.
Well, you know what? I'll defend Alex here because all he questioned he wasn't questioning Ollie Watkins' goal scoring ability. He was questioning the strength, the different strengths that Tony has. Yeah. But it worked a treat because 2 seconds later, Watkins smashes it in.
Pace. Not you. You said strength. I said pace and pressing. Yeah. And I think we're all right. I think strength, pace, and pressing. I think Tony's got that. He provided an assist for Harry Kane earlier on in the tournament, and he's been used so far. So I did think it was a bit random giving Watkins the nod, but it's worked, and he managed to find himself in a good situation where he was 1v1 in the box. All he had to do was spin his man. He executed that perfectly, got the shot away, and it was a great shot. So he deserves it.
Yeah. Well, lads, I don't want to be, bringing you down or anything at the moment, but if England do win the Euros, does Southgate give it a go in the World Cup?
No. He goes out on a high for me.
Alex is very quiet,
hasn't he? He's got to go. He's got to go regardless. I think he goes if we lose. He goes if we win. I think it's perfect. Either I think Billy's right.
I think to go out on that high, the high,
because you're never ever going to top that. We haven't won anything for God knows how many years. What's 65? I don't know, 60-ish years. Yeah. So to win the first trophy, I mean, he's and this is something we have always given credit to Gareth Southgate for on this channel. We've always said, look, thank you for what you did post Capello and Hodgson and all of that nonsense by getting rid of the clickiness, promoting youth, getting rid of all of that, turning England upside down on its head. And he did change a lot, and he did fantastic work early doors. He got rid of a lot of the hoodoos around penalties, a lot of the media stigma. He did refresh everything, and he did some fantastic work early on. Later on, obviously in the last couple of tournaments, tactically he's been left wanting, and it's been frustrating. And we have wanted it freshening up again. So we appreciate what he's done, but tactically, I think it will be time for us to kind of recycle and move on because we've got a set of fantastic players.
Let's read in. Jesus,
it's one of Paul Mitchell's stuff, isn't he?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. But there you go, guys. We'll end it there. That was absolutely a tremendous end to the game. England are through to Euro 2024 final. You will be able to get live commentary of that game right here with Billy and Alex on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Are you starting half an hour before the game?
Yeah, I think so. I think we start half an hour. It's a big final, isn't it? So
7:30 they'll start. I will try and get on and give you a sort of feeling of the atmosphere from where I am to see if it's
build the nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you, everybody, for spending your evening with us and listening to the commentary. Thank you for your super chats, memberships, and, of course, mods. You've done a great job again tonight. Thank you so much. Billy and Alex, it's been a pleasure. And to you guys out there, thank you once again for turning up. Spend the evening with us. It's been great. England are in the final of the Euros. And, hey, I'm not sure what Billy's going to say here. England are in the final of the Euros. It's coming home. Have a great rest of your evening, guys. And it's good night from me.
It's coming home.
There you go. Good night, folks.
Come back and check out some green.